So why don't we fix straight away the missing link with that halfling and get up to speed with your relationships. So that's 3 more.
Yeah, we have to add in him, right? We have to.
3 more. I mean, possibly, Kili, what you can do now is quickly introduce, the broad strokes your character. Don't divulge your secret, of course, your dark secret. But your pride, mainly your pride, will help them, understand what their relationship to you could be. You have defined, and then once you do that description, tell them what relationship you thought you'd have with them, respectively. And then each of them will in concert we will look for relationships that make sense in return.
Sure. So my character is Derlan Oakdawn. Derlan is a 48-year-old halfling peddler, also a trained chef. And Derlan is someone who has spent a lot of time, through the mist, and as a peddler has seen a little bit of the world, but not a lot, obviously, because of the mist, but enough to be kind of depressed by what this world was and how limited it was, and sees this mist opening up as a time to have an adventure before his life is over. And he's a little old enough in life that he sees that end down the road. He's still middle-aged, but kind of feels that. And then, in terms of his pride, he's someone who has survived by being useful, by knowing where people are, big personalities are, and kind of being in the shadow of that. So I think someone who's lived their life of the tallest tree gets knocked over, someone who is a little bit more subtle. So I think even within this group would look at, a human fighter as somebody I'm going to make sure that they see me as a non-threat, as resourceful as I'll get some food ready. I'll provide some items. And then has probably seen enough of some of the other races to have a vague idea of them, but would probably be healthy skepticism of a half-elf, and certainly a goblin, being a halfling, of, wary, but as a personality who's used to figuring out how to get along with people in order to survive.
Cool. Yeah, I think you need... So, from that, what is Athelbald? What do you think, Ed, is Athelbald's relationship to him, and between the two of you? Now, because Derlan... Yeah, Kili, you have to find with Ed a relationship that makes sense between the two of you for each character.
Okay, I could start. I just decided that I see him as trustworthy. That basically he says that that he can make anyone trust you, and it worked on me. I trust him. Whether or not he's actually trustworthy is different, but as of right now, I trust him. And I have observed and seen that sometimes talk is better than chop.
And what should he know about your character? What should he know about what Kili should know about your character to come up with a relationship towards you?
Well, we can go back to the buyer. Yeah, I'm loyal. I never abandon my mates, and I do have a respectful but suspicious relationship with Gallivan.
Mm-hmm. And how do you see the goblin?
The goblin? Oh, I'm fine with the goblin.
Okay. So what do you think?
Skaar he's a useful member. I want his approval, but he hasn't given it to me yet. I want him to approve of me. I want to say, look what I did, and he's like, okay, that's not bad.
Kili, what do you think is Derlan's relationship to Athelbald?
I think his relationship would be seeing him as a pretty open book, and seeing as someone who probably trusts easily. So wanting to be like a really good companion to that. So somebody that like trying to provide for as a peddler, to make sure that they're successful, and also seeing them somebody who can be their kind of sword on the battlefield where that's not what Derlan's good at. Seeing this is like a really good person to be aligned to.
Okay. Gallivan Graveheart. What should Kili know about? What should Derlan know about Gallivan?
Well, what should the dealer know about Gallivan? Well, Gallivan is a surprisingly sturdy man, even though he spends a lot of time with books and stuff. He's also pretty. He carries a staff around that he seems to know how to handle a little bit. But every now and then you hear him muttering a little bit to himself. You see him being a little bit skittish. Just like small glimpses every here and then. I think he would look to Derlan as he's like a friendly halfling. Smooth. He thinks of him maybe a little bit like a smooth talker, and Gallivan thinks he's all right, but he thinks he's got to be careful about sharing too much with him, because he could potentially get too close to Gallivan and his secrets.
Cool. Uh-huh. How does that feel, Derlan? What do you think? So you've noted, yeah, you've noted a relationship towards Derlan, yeah, for yourself, Halfdan, Gallivan. You have some workable like single sentence motto towards him, yeah. You have something playable.
Me?
Yeah. That should fit. That should fit in one sentence.
Single sentence. Derlan is a smooth talker and seems friendly, but gotta be careful about sharing too much with him.
That's right. Good. So what's Derlan's side of that relationship?
I see Gallivan's like powers with the sorcery is something that is pretty valuable and something that Derlan doesn't know how to do. So I like that as Gallivan. I see a little bit more utilitarian of like, that's my ticket to the fame and riches piece. I like that from a peddler, somebody with a lot of power, that I see the potential payoff of him.
Okay. And so in one sentence, how would you formulate that?
So the one I saw in the book that I really liked, that I think fits there, is like, Gallivan is your ticket to fame and riches.
Hopefully in that same dimension that you are in now.
Yeah.
Cool. Skaar. Vishal, do you want to introduce Skaar a little and his views, Skaar's views on Gallivan, Derlan, like just situate the goblin?
Yes. Yeah, so Skaar is a old lone wolf. He is a veteran of the wilds, a proud hunter, but that has sort of made him a little callous, a little cynical. He doesn't like to rely on others since he's made it so far by himself, and that attitude sort of reflects on his perception of the party. He is slightly envious of Gallivan because he himself considered his hunting skills to be pretty good, but looking at a young half-elf who is also a sorcerer made him a little envious of what Gallivan's capability or potential is. He is okay with Athelbald, but also feels that Athelbald's ambitions are too big for his capabilities. Like, he wants to advance far too much, and he's not cautious enough. So those ambitions could get people in trouble. And for Derlan, he already has his biases based on the goblin and halfling relationship. So he judges Derlan superficially. He feels, although Derlan is very useful in urban life or city life, village life, he doesn't think that Derlan will be. He feels Derlan might be a burden outside of the location. So he won't be able to handle the dangers of travel. So he's a little skeptical on if Derlan might end up being a burden to the party.
Why would a hunter able to survive anywhere would need a peddler burdened with big sacks full of useless junk?
Money wouldn't help you in the wild. At least that's what Skaar feels.
Yeah. You want to bribe
he can sell his skills to the peddler, right? Right.
and we will learn about his food making skills soon enough, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't have much food, guys.
No.
D6 food. What about Derlan's view on Skaar?
Sure. So I think Skaar would be his most leery, I think, because of the goblin halfling kind of prejudice. I think he would be kind of conflicted because he sees in Skaar a hunter, which is super valuable for somebody who I provide my value by cooking, by doing a lot of things for the camp, but also recognizing that's a really key person to have some sort of relationship with. But I think if I had to summarize it, I would say, like, tread carefully, trust slowly is how I would think about Skaar. Like, I would see him as somebody the least able to be kind of convinced by my charisma or whatever, manipulation. That's probably the one who side-eyes me the most. So I have to kind of be a little more careful, where I could probably be an open book with Archibald right away. I'm kind of on the opposite. Like, I want to figure out how I show value to Skaar, but, being careful. So I put as a sentence, tread carefully, trust slowly.
Nice. There are two more characters in the party at this point. They're named Bone Joe and Romeo. Bone Joe the wolf and Romeo the mule. How are Bone Joe and Romeo getting along with each other?
Probably not well. The mule is probably worried about Bone Joe, right?
Maybe a little. When I picture Romeo, it's like the name is really not a great fit. It is a pretty, like, droopy, kind of like older donkey. It's been hauling stuff forever. I probably got it on a pretty cheap deal.
Same.
So, like, it kind of notices, but, like, the wolf could come up and bite it, and it would probably just let it happen. It's kind of just a beast of burden.
Cool.
What about Bone Joe? What kind of a quote-unquote pet, brother-in-arm, best friend? What is it? What is Bone Joe to you, Skaar? And how is he, behaving with to Romeo?
Yeah, so Bone Joe is pretty well trained in that he will not attack anyone unless Skaar wants him to. So he, at this point, is simply ignoring Romeo. He doesn't even consider Romeo worth his attention. It is not a threat in any way, can never be a threat in any way, so it's beneath Bone Joe's attention.
Okay.
Unless, I guess, he gets hungry at one point and we don't have enough to feed him.
Awesome. So let's remember about those two mounts. Mounts will play, I think, an important role in this game. The carry, while you ride them. It could be interesting to have this side game with mounts and companions. See where it takes us. It's always the occasion to create like an excuse for a bit of role play, interacting with the environment, triggering a quick exchange between PCs, between PCs and NPCs. Every occasion is good to sort of like activate player-to-player interaction. That would be the key to a successful, grouping of players. Is you looking to? There's not much to do, but be on the lookout for a playful interaction with a fellow player, and test it out. And 5, 6, 10 sessions from now, we can evaluate. Things will align, and other things will go in the trap, and we'll build actual player-to-player relationships, not only PC to PC. There will be all the time this subtext, that we know that all those private jokes they will come on time. So, with that said, a quick I put together a couple blocks on a couple paragraphs on about your close environment, basically, the place that the places that you know, so you know of so far. I'm not going to go into. I think Derlan is the only one that traveled past the marshes in the north and reached a village there. There's a village on Stills. Yeah, am I moving that correctly? Yeah.
You're talking about this, right? This village.
The first village to the north. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're on a Ravenland map.
Past the marshes. So Derlan is the only one who actually I don't know if you. Hey, who moved the crow?
Not me.
Somebody jumped up.
Supposed to be on the island, right? I thought that's where it's supposed to be.
It's time I activate the fog of war. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes.
All right. Like one of those dream sequences.
Yeah.
Open your eyes. Voilà, that's you. Voilà. At this point, you're here on Whale Island. So the village is called Whale's Lament. Between Whale Island and Whale's Lament, there is that strait that opens up and closes with the tide. On Whale Island, there is a light forest made of pine, cypress, live oak, cedar, beech, alder. But generally speaking, on the outskirts of that forest near the coast, it's wine prune bushes, gnarly trees, beech rose, sea buckthorn, heather, a lot of heather, and no beaches on the island. Mainly creeks and small cliffs. Many birds live in these parts. Have ospreys, seagulls, herons, pelicans, cormorants. It's a very lively, when it comes to animal life, wildlife, very lively place. The shoals around, this is an ideal place for piracy because of the shoals. It is a tricky map for a sailor. And some get caught, and this is when you guys have acted more than once. So the shoals are warm, yeah. They attract many fish types, along with like seals, dolphins, raccoons, orcas. This is really all sorts of life is going there, yeah. Around the island, on the island, above the island, in the cliffs, in caves under sea. And every 6 months, the whales migrate through these waters, up and then down 6 months later. So that's at this time, basically, I think before and after winter, right? That at this time that all the villages come together, the villages of Wales Lament, and they gather their strength to hunt those whales aboard those massive seagoing fore and aft rigged piraguas. Yeah, fore and aft means not square rigged, not a square sail, it's triangular, slanted sail. So those piraguas are carved into massive trunks of cedar that come from the island. And to be part of like cutting down cedar and building a piragua is really one of the major experience initiation process of a young of the youth of the village. Build your own piragua, miniature version as when you're a kid is a thing. About Lament's village. Like I said, I didn't go to. All I know about the other village in the north that Derlan visited, or even is from. We'll see how he tells that story. All I know about that village over there is it's on stills. That's all, and it's near a cliff. Maybe they have like hanging sort of platforms near some kind of cliffs. Looking over the marshes, but only Derlan saw that, and you guys had only hearsay about it. But when it comes to Wales Lament, it's really near the beach. It's past the dunes. Yeah, there's the beach, couple dunes. Some like light thickets of pine trees and reeds and stuff that grows on the seashore. How can I? Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm messing with my game. So it's a few hundred inhabitants. Yeah. So it's a decently big village. Mostly fishermen, weavers. Most of their sustenance during the years of the Blood Mist came from the sea. A whale, whatever a whale could provide in fat, meat, bones, Then you have the reeds, pine woods from the marshes in the airy forest of the island. You have wild boar and goats on the island. Wild horses coming from the plains, inland. You have shells, seafood from the beach, the shallow water on the shoals, crabs, mussels. The plain to the west also have loads of birds of prey. And along with the occasional odd traveler, yeah. They are, during your years so far, there were a few really exceptional travelers coming with tales that will account for the fact that each of you will start the campaign with one legend in their arsenal of hearsay, rumors, and legends, and we'll roll for that. We'll roll for a random legend, one legend for each of you before we start.
Okay.
So the church and the village, they came only twice a year to this it's easternmost shores. Those people, it seems, comes from far when they arrive, when they came from far, when they arrived. That day when they wanted to get their hand on that pregnant woman that arrived, it was too much for the villagers, and they let them go empty-handed. They came back with a bunch of what's their name? Their soldiers, their iron guards. They came back with a bunch of iron guards who got taught a lesson and had to flee. The whole village basically rebelled. Now it is officially on the blacklist, of the church as a raven's, a raven's hotspot.
Raven's Church.
Hotspot. Yeah. It's led by
the heretics.
The heretics. It's a heretics village for sure.
Yeah.
So since then, they have not returned. It's been years, many years, nearly an entire generation. I think you saw them a couple times where they sent like maybe a couple shy diplomats and envoys, sort of like, get a sense of what's happening, possibly a spy or two even, You know that they have their eyes, they keep their eyes on that village. That surely something is up and will be coming. For there are rumors, of course, of an army led by a demon sorcerer, a demon king. The rumors of Zygofer have reached Whale's Lament, the village. And you guys, for all those years, you've lived in terror of legions of demons that could just come and just wipe the place straight out. Always from the west, right? Never a threat coming from the east. All there is, the mist happened on land at night. The sea was always safer, but somewhat some kind of I think a superstition. I think a superstition made it that the villagers of Whale's Lament feel bound to that place. They think they're protected there, and they don't want to sail away much further north, much further south. They've kept it like sort of like they think this is where they're meant to be. There is this eccentric raven priest. He's the leader of the village. His name is Usapton. The particularity of this person is that it's a trance. He doesn't identify as any gender specific. He cut his own genitals. He was born male. He cut his own dick, and he offered it to Raven. That's an old story. Possibly it's just a story. Maybe it's just a legend. Who knows? But the man is it's very, very alive, very lively, and it could be. It sounds like he could totally do that. The thing with this guy is he's adorable. He loves his children. I mean, everyone is his children because he's above, maternity and paternity. He feels like the soul of the village, and he cares very much for younger generations in particular. And he will try and teach the faith in Raven and how Raven came and brought humanity itself to Ravenland. That's why it's his land. That's why humanity, but as well that now humanity has to live in harmony with the denizens of what came to be known as the Fordibben Lands, right? Because of so many misunderstandings and past wars and all that. He's a very knowledgeable guy. It seems that he came the generation before you. He wasn't yeah, he arrives. This guy, like, let's say 70 years old, you know, and I think he came with knowledge from somewhere else, and his charm, his made it the sort of like natural leader. The thing with him is, yeah, he goes about. He's nearly he goes barefoot, almost naked, just like some kind of sea god, you know, adorned with charms and sea amulets, shells, stuff like that. A long beard, like some sort of like a frail Poseidon, yeah, sort of figure. And he had everyone participated in and built a massive. The temple, basically, to Raven is on the beach, and it's a massive raven construction. It's a bird with mechanized wings that move to the winds, and that's his thing. He's there almost constantly when he's not teaching the kids on the beach, praying to Raven and making sure his magnificent construction is still standing. There is a bone shipyard workshops on the beach, not directly connected to the village, but right next to the beach. There they do everything. You know, they catch those whales. They dug those. They hew those cedar trunks. They make sails out of hemp that they harvest on Whale Island and the underwoods near the village. They make tools. A forge as well is there. They make tools of iron and steel, but also plenty of useful utensils made of whale bone, kitchenware, hunting bows, arrowheads, harpoons, tackles, brooches, buckles, combs, brushes. Loads of everything. Basically, you can make with the bone of a whale. So the fashion in the village is very specific. The clothing, all sorts of clothings and gloves, boots, leather garments are made of whale materials. Sails, the rigging, the ropes of your piraguas is made of that. You have bags, wallets, and loads of accessories made of whale leather. Raincoats, you know, very effective against bad weather. You have all sorts of weatherproof goods like bags, tents can be weatherproof. So I think that Gallivan's tent. Is it you? You had a tent, I think, Gallivan. Was it you?
Yes.
Yeah, your tent
I have
could very
large
possibly
tent.
be made of whale leather or somewhat.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's a population of very healthy people. Seafood makes for strong healthy systems. They produce their own oil, fish oil, whale oil. So people are very, you know, they're glossy. They're nearly glossy, you know. A little bit fat, maybe, possibly, yeah, a little bit fat. Sort of like, I think the norm is kind of like round, you know. And the food is, there's so many traditional dishes. It's just like there's so many. It's turtle, it's fish, it's rekin, it's you know, you name it, whale, of course, all sort of fishes, birds, seabirds. So when it comes to food, what it's lacking in, I think, is some kind of like very unique sort of like piece of alcohol. Like I think like beer, I think is, I don't know if they Well, maybe there are fields. Maybe there are fields on the, you know, barley and stuff. There could be a couple fields. So I guess there is beer, but not like you yeah, nothing really to be too excited about. There is one story that really like defines the place and makes like round up the story. Apart from the catacombs, yeah, below. This is sort of like a no-go zone. Usaptan, the Raven priest, will say no go there. You know, be careful, children. You know, respect the ancient spirits. It's haunted. Don't go there. But there is a story about the village.
Where is this? Where is it?
It's below the village. Below the village, there are underground. Yeah, underground. Now the sort of like the exemplary story of the village, the legend about the village, basically, that there are two horse breeders in that village. And like generations ago, supposedly even before the mist came about, there were two horse breeders, farriers, trainers, you know, two families like that. And they have been competing for generations about like who breeds the best horses. Right. And the legend goes that at some point the blood mist came and only two horses survived. One stallion and a mare. And each of those family inherited one, you know. So one family had the stallion and the other one the mare. And they were basically those families began to compete, you know. They were forced to breed those two, you know. So somewhat, you know, they had to mingle with each other a bit more because of the mist. And two of them in each family, they enamored themselves with the same girl. And the girl ended up pregnant with both men. And she gave birth to two boys. But those men, they were still unhappy. They didn't want to share that woman. And they were claiming the other boy as their son. So they were arguing constantly, and they made the life of that woman misery. So miserable, in fact, that she ended up throwing herself by the cliff from the top of the Bleeding Ravens Tower. That's the name of the tower since the day she killed herself there. For it is said that the broken statue of Raven that sits on top that tower started to bleed blood from its empty eye socket. And that's it. Since then, those two horse breeder families there's a feud. There is a feud between them. And that sort of like fuels the sort of like daily, you know, the daily life of that village as well. About the island, there's a goblin tribe there. That's where Skaar is from. There is 6 males, 4 females, 2 kids at the moment. The leader is named Rakum. The specificity, of course, Skaar was born there. It's your family basically. You're more from that tribe than from the village even. And you might be even the elder, you know. Yeah, the eldest of them. specificity of that tribe is that they made a deal with an ant guardian of the forest on the island. There's an ant. He's called the Isle Master. And this ant has, the deal between them is like the ant will leave them in peace if the goblins gather all corrupted items washed ashore by unfortunate sailors, carrying because the ant thinks that everything that's not from Ravenland is cursed. So, and it's corrupted, and it's gonna bring the demise of Ravenland. So the goblins are to find, everything that comes end up being caught on those creeks and lagoons or whatnot, on the beaches and stuff. The goblins, they gather all this junk and they bring it to the ant, and the ant consumes it, destroys. There is also a reputed the ant is known below the tower. Let's go over there now. Below the tower, there is an undersea cave. That's where under the way below the cliff, and there is a giant squid. That's where the ant climbs down to have a conversation with it. The ant says that they're in love. The ant and the giant squid are having conversations, and it's often seen the ant sitting on a rock, right, just being lashed by the waves, and being with the squid's tentacles around it. And are they making love? We don't know. That's for the goblin tribes, their connection to the Isle Master, the ant. And there is finally another family on the island. And after that, I'm done, guys. I still need to introduce the pirates. There is another family on the island. A murder of 10 harpies. They're terrorizing the island. But they're very, they're harpies. They can't help it, But they love a good story from afar, from offshore, from inland. They may even trade the opportunity for more shiny for a good story. So yeah. They kill, they terrorize, they scare, they do harpy stuff. But more than once, a goblin and or a human or a halfling have escaped them by and trusting them. What do you call, giving them a good story instead. Of some if he was short on anything shiny, And finally, the tower was in ruin for a while. You guys got, you were not at ease in the village, too much, just too big, the commune, the collective stuff, too little adventure. The mist was still there. The island was already some kind of like exotic option, alternative. And the tower was sort of like repurposed. It's been lost to. It was possibly I don't know. There is a broken raven sculpture, atop of it, kind of bird effigy in stone with broken beak and broken wings. and it stands there like a gargoyle facing east. And yes, there's this black soot that sort of like flow from its eye socket, empty eye socket after the rain. That's the very place where that girl killed herself generations ago. That's why the tower is called Bleeding Ravens Tower. Now, Bar Kupta was the bandit leader, the pirate sort of captain, Bar Kupta. Barrr Kupta. Just good fella, good brother in arm, but greedy, compulsory liar, and I don't know. He's planning something. He always talks about, finally taking a boat, going north or going south, whatever, but going big anyway. And yes, this guy, he put money on the side. There were 12 of you. Now it's 6 and 6. There was a mutiny. You guys were kicked out of the tower. And they have provisions, they have rations, they have food, they have much plunder inside. They're not willing to share. Kupta has managed to get a bunch of followers. They're hardy followers of his. Told them any kind of lies to have you kicked out. There is there is a dangerous trail that goes along down the cliff and back up sort of like there, and there is this secondary entrance it opens up like in front of the sea, right above the ocean and the rocks. That little entrance leads direct to the cellar. As far as you know, at this point, wherever you will start the story, wherever you want to be, the last news about the state of affairs at the towers is that those guys are barricaded inside the tower. The main door is locked. Maybe it's reinforced. You don't know. The door, the underground, the cellar's door is locked and possibly reinforced. You don't know. There are 2 levels. There's ground level, where they usually you guys used to eat, sleep. There is as well an opening from there, even like just a bit off from the cellar door, a bit off up a couple meters. There is the shit hole. Yeah. Where on ground level there's this latrine, open latrine. And so there's this shit hole. It's not bigger than a head, so you couldn't sneak past through that. Yeah, you couldn't enter the tower through that shit hole. But someone could shit on you if you were down at the, try and picklock your way, under. There's
doesn't sound pleasant.
No. Old medieval tactics. There is a ground floor. There is 1 level in between, couple slit windows here and there, and then it's the top floor, and that's it. Right. One last thing before we try. I want everyone to roll a D100 and ask questions if you have some. But general questions and I'm not letting you loose yet. We need to know what's your legend.
Okay. I'm having trouble. Like I keep on losing contact again with the server.
Oh shit! We have a bad connection. It's weird.
So the thing is that what do they do for water?
In the tower?
Probably rainwater.
Yeah. Is that sufficient?
And how much do I have stockpiled?
Yep. Nothing ends a siege like getting their water.
Yeah, according to you, like at this point, like they could hold down maybe for 2 weeks at most, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They could be comfortable for a week, push it to 2 weeks, but certainly not be under siege for more than a month. You know, they die.
Yeah. Also, we don't have much food. Yeah, we don't have much food ourselves.
Yeah.
No.
What I'm thinking is if we could poison their water, make them sick. With sewage, maybe from the shithole. Like just bring a bag of shit and put it in. It's bad.
If we could get access to it, then at least Gallivan could do some stuff to it. But I doubt it's lying out in the open.
No, wherever it is, they probably have a cistern, right? They probably have a cistern. It just collects the rainwater and then dumps it in a place, and that's their source of water, right? That would be a normal tower or castle would do that if it didn't have a well.
Yeah.
So that's really risky, though, because if we're found out, they can swarm around us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the other hand, if we poison their water and they start getting sick, we can negotiate and get our cut of the action and get out of here.
Sure.
You know? That's really risky, though. And I'm not much of a sneaking boy.
No.
Who can sneak around? Yeah, who can sneak around?
Skaar, you are pretty good with getting around unseen, are you not?
Perhaps. But if you expect me to go there by myself.
Exactly.
No, but maybe we could. Maybe if we could open a door, we could get inside and take what is rightfully ours.
You say we, but it seems like you only want me to go in there.
We just need the door open.
We will cheer you on from outside the castle.
and we will join.
He's right though. He's right though.
Well,
so what fell magics do you have, Gallivan? What fell and corrupt magics are you willing to use or are you able to use?
I know some things, but
wait a sec, guys. Wait a sec. We need to know. Sorry,
I should use any of this.
We need to know where this
and
scene
then I
is
would
happening.
need access to them.
We need to know where this scene is happening.
We haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Just
we would be in the.
Hold your horses.
I guess we would be in the forest. We would be in the forest.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're in the woods because otherwise they could shoot arrows at us, right?
Yeah.
That would be no good.
Before we,
it's a very cool map actually.
Yeah, I do. I like it.
Like the
Bleeding Tower.
Did you
Raven Tower?
Did you draw it yourself, or did you use software? Did you use software? Or did you draw it yourself?
Yeah, I draw that.
What did you use?
I do. I have a drawing pad with Affinity Photo.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, that looks great.
It's very evocative, and it I like the isometric maps. I think they're superior to the top-down ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Alors, one last thing before I let you loose. Skaar, the legend you've heard of so far is about Virelda Bloodbeak, right? A raven sister. I'll give you the. I think there's in the journal. I think I can copy and paste. I don't think we need to go deep into them now. I just want you to take note of what they are. Okay. So Virelda Bloodbeak is what Skaar heard about. Bloodbeak. Voilà, it's in the chat on Foundry. Virelda Bloodbeak.
Okay.
I'm still not familiar with the character's name. Gallivan, you heard about some kind of like creature that lives in the bogs, and it's called the Bogman. The Bogman. Avoid. Okay, I'll give you details on that. If you have the Monster Codex, the Book of Monsters, it's in there. Then we have Derlan. Derlan, you heard of a place where all the slaves of Ravenland, all those taken and not sent directly to the cult, to the Rust Brother cult. The fortunate, maybe of the fortunate, are sent to a place called Grindbone. It's the slavers' marketplace of Ravenland. And
sounds like a vacation spot.
Yeah, for the lucky. And Athelbald, you heard of a haunted woods, haunted forest called the Hexenwald. Supposedly
Hexenwald.
Hexenwald, yeah. Hexenwald.
In German, that means cursed forest in German.
That's it.
Just telling you. It's
perfect. Weird. So, sorcery, necromancy, treasures? Question mark. So, I'll possibly offline, or maybe during the break, I can study that a bit more. Like, I don't read every legend and know them by heart. Like, and when it's time to randomly generate, pick something, I may know about it, I may not. I'm familiar with the setting in general, but there are things that will be new to me as well, or not awfully fresh. Right. Where is the party? Where were you? We just had a chat going, like, what is going on? Where is this happening?
Yeah.
What's around you?
Well, we have a camp in the forest right near the tower, I think, right across the little woodland.
The outpost.
That allows us to observe by walking near the edge of the forest. In case someone comes, maybe we can hold them for ransom. You know what I mean? Like, we have to survive ourselves. Also a place to hunt.
Yeah.
I did notice, though, that Skaar is a really outstanding archer. So I think like sending him into sneak is like a bad idea. He's much more valuable like picking enemies off. You know what I mean?
Well, first we need to find out what we are doing.
Yeah, well, we know
the
basic
tower
layout, right? Yeah, we know the basic layout of the tower, right? Because we used to be in there. So our goal is to get our rightful cut of the wealth. So I think even if we break in,
there's something I'm not sure about, Ed. Make sure to announce if you're in character or not. Because Halfdan was jumping straight in voice acting, where it is not it's not obviously, it wasn't so obvious in your case, and so get make sure that everyone is in the same space. You know what I mean? If you're off character, if you're in character, just create that space between you.
Yep, I'll change the way I speak. Not necessarily a voice act, but like the vocabulary I use, right? So here I go. I'm now in character. Okay. So we're gonna get what's ours, mates. That's what we're here for. So let's think of how that place is laid out, grab our stuff, and get out. I don't really want to kill our former mates, since I think they're just as greedy as we are. I admit that I'm greedy. I admit that I love wealth and power, and so do they. So I don't necessarily want to keep the men and women and orcs and whoever else is in the crew. I'm not really interested in killing our former mates, but I want what's ours so we can move on. It's unjust that man took our stuff.
Yes, nobody should screw us over.
No.
No.
Especially with
he
money.
was, he was stealing, taking for himself, not sharing with the crew.
That's why he's unworthy of us.
Yes.
Perhaps we could invite Bar out for a parley. Perhaps we could start speaking before we choose to kill them.
No, I
yes,
agree.
I want to avoid killing, actually.
Derlan kind of steps up at that and says, if it is not all that we're looking for, but just our fair share, I agree that I think speaking to them and appealing to their logical side, and that is something I can help. If we want to siege this tower, I'm going to be a poor companion for you. But if you need someone to volunteer to try to speak to them and barter a way forward for us, I can help with that.
Talk is valuable, but it has to be backed up by violence, or no one listens. No one cares about talk unless there's a direct threat to them and the ones they love. So I'm in favor of talking, but there has to be a cost if they don't. Otherwise, why would they talk?
At this, Skaar raises his bow and says, "We can talk first. If it does not work, they will not leave here."
I'm so glad, Skaar, that you agree with me. You're wise.
I am aware.
Okay, so as we watch, I got to step out of character for a second. Do we know if they're coming and going? Or do people come and go outside the tower?
They have sentinels at the top of the tower. They take turn. You keep an eye. You see those slit windows. You see sometimes you see a shadow, going through there. It's been it's been a few days. It's been, let's say, I don't know. It's been 3 days since they kicked you out, and so far no one left yet.
Okay, so that little cave entrance by a seaside. Do they throw rubbish out there or anything? Does anyone come out?
You would have to get there to make sure. This is this isn't the most safe track ever. Technically, it's a move roll to make it there.
I think I am young. I'm back in character. I am young. My eyes are keen. If I can get on that path without being seen, I will observe for a full quarter day.
Okay.
And see if there's any pattern of people coming and going. If they do, here's my plan, mates. We grab one of them. Now we have one of theirs. They don't know we don't want to kill them, and that's good that they don't know. Also, the person that we have doesn't need to know that we won't kill them, unless we have to. Then we can negotiate. Then our friend, the chef, who makes a really good sauce, then he can talk and say, exchange, life for life, money for life. Pay us.
I think this is a good plan, but I also think we should maybe try to establish how they feel about this just from the beginning, and send Derlan over and to just have a chat before first. But as
long as they're not treacherous, Derlan, are you willing to go talk to them? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overtalk you, sir.
Yes, I would be okay doing that. I would ask maybe our friend with the bow here maybe stands in the distance, some behind me, so that they know they can't just take free shots at me, that there would be a repercussion. But then I'll risk it. I can go talk to them.
Yes. Skaar is willing to join you in this, as long as, if should there be treachery, do not bring them to me.
Fair enough. I would maybe like get a little bit of rag, and I don't have much of a weapon, but take it on my knife and just tie it so I can kind of wave it like a little white flag kind of thing as I walk kind of towards the tower, with hopefully Skaar, behind me a bit, just so that they see I'm not totally on my own.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Here's the plan, Derlan and Skaar. I have a plan. If things do go down, Skaar can obviously keep them busy with bow shots. But Derlan, I'm going to hide behind a particular tree in the woods. And you run past that tree, and I will jump out and I will whack them with my broadsword.
I think
out of character, I take note of that.
the distance between the tower and the woods is about at most 100 meters.
Yeah, thereabouts.
The closest bushes and brushes are like 80 meters. There is a couple of ruined walls, encircling walls, really that crumbled and are shattered. But that could be some light cover, and this is a couple meters away from the main building. It is late afternoon. It is windy. It's fresh, a fresh day, and there is a brine in the air, and everyone is sort of like, soaked in that moist air of the seashore. Now you step out of the forest, do you? Accompanied the two of you, yeah? The goblin and the halfling, Derlan and Skaar?
Mm-hmm.
The three of us. Bonejaw is also with us.
Okay, are you mounting him?
No, we are walking side by side.
Okay.
Forgot about the wolf.
You've got this tower, this dark, weathered tower jetting to the sky, contrasted sky, buzzy sea sky, and the last ray of the sun, like just this hue coming from behind you. No stars yet in the sky. It's just really just late afternoon, and it's heavy. You know that your two companions, Gallivan, Athelbald, are behind, and you walk straight towards the tower, like in a cowboy movie. There is this sentry up top. Recognize one of your fellow pirate here, and as he sees you approaching, "What do you want?" he yells. He's just one of the five bandits. Yeah, it's not Bar Kupta himself. Get the fuck out! Fuck off! Fuck off! He throws just pebbles and whatnot, couple small stones in your direction. That they land nowhere near you. He's equipped with a bow.
Yeah. Skaar lifts up his bow and says, "Be quiet, unless you want to fall from there." And then nudges Derlan.
So Derlan steps up and yells up, We wish to speak to Bar. We must parlay with him. He would be upset if you did not tell him we wanted to speak to him.
Bar's busy now. They're eating fucking without me now. Supposed to keep watch when they're enjoying dinner. And we have plenty. We have plenty. And good wine as well. Can't wait for my turn.
Well, in a few weeks, you won't have any of that wine, you won't have any water, and you'll be eating the rats. And I wish to speak to Bar about preventing that from happening.
What do you know? What's a few weeks? You know, we got a deals. We got a deals with the Happy. Happy bring us a food. Yeah. You're fucked, guys. Now get out. Go home to mommy. Huh?
I try one more time of, trust me, if Bar finds out you didn't come get him, he'll be upset. He'll take it out on you, and then you'll never be part of the banquets they're having.
What have you got to say to him? Roll a manipulation, please. Right. So, I think it's pretty straightforward in this game. Yeah, you click on the skill. Then there's this little box that opens with modifiers, whatnot, skills if talents if they're involved, etc. It's pretty. It will. We will get the hang of it, and then you confirm, and that should do the trick.
Shit.
Aha. So there is a bane on your attribute die, on your core die, your base die. If you push now, you will gain, because of that, you will gain a willpower point, which is good, but you will lose a point in empathy. This is the economy that you want to go into. This game is made for that. Pushing is encouraged until a certain point. You have to go and know where the danger zone is. If you never go into it, you'll never know what's the margin there. So here you want to push.
Yeah, I do want to push.
So a question here: when we push the roll, do we not re-roll the bane?
You don't.
No, the bane does not get rerolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's not re-rolled. Along with banes on gear dice, yeah, on your weapon dice.
Yeah.
So that's another bane. So you will gain two willpower. I think that's automated. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's automated, which is
Here
really
you
cool.
go.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, it's like this is a fun part of the game, actually, like deciding when to push.
Oh yes.
And the willpower went in automatically too, which is dope.
It's
Yeah.
dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a success. So it wasn't. It paid off. What have you got to say to him? I want to take part in that bloody dinner before the harpies are back. Fuck hell. I'm gonna fetch him, huh? And he goes. He disappears.
Nice.
So while he disappears, Skaar mounts Bonejaw. So now he's mounted on the wolf
Oh, nice.
and waits.
Okay. Is Bonjo still obedient, immobile? Okay. I think the rain intensifies along with the wind, and the wind is not constant. It comes in bursts, and somewhat your garments just go in like woof. And you wave, and the fur of the wolf waver, wafts a bit in bursts like that. What are you guys doing in the forest? You overheard most of it.
Yep. I
If you wanted to do anything, let me know. Otherwise,
I can
we
come
keep
out
going.
because it doesn't. Yeah, I think I want to come out because it doesn't look like they're going to attack him, right?
Yeah, if there is
So
parlay
the whole
coming,
purpose of hiding in the woods was in case of a yeah.
if there is
it's all good.
parlay, it would be nice to have everyone. Yeah.
Yep, here I come.
So Gallivan and Athelbald both step out of the forest, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go. If you have hoods, it's hoodie time. The wind, the burst of wind, of the rain. You're exposed now into that area. You join your colleagues facing the tower. It's 20 meters away. It's not a humongous tower. I think it's, I don't know, it would be, what? I'd say, I don't know, a good, possibly 8 meters high. Yeah, 8-10 meters high. Which is decent, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're possibly 20 meters away from the main door, facing that tower. You wait. You see a silhouette. You see a shadow going across the slit window on the first level. You know that this is the level where Kupta Bar keeps his. It's sort of like it's his quarter. You know, it's the captain's quarters. He keeps findings and whatnot. The bulk, you're pretty confident that the bulk of the treasure is in there, you know, on the level, on that level in the middle of the tower. And there's just that shade that goes across the slit. Nothing happens for a good while. You hear laughters. Like they're clearly taking the piss, you know, and more laughter. And it's been 15 minutes that you wait under the rain. And as the weather clears a bit, it stops to rain. Still quite windy, a bit less. Weather clears. There's a burst of sunshine hitting the tower, and you four on the clearing. And you finally see Bar Kupta showing up on the top level, the topmost level of the tower. He comes in. He has this crossbow on the shoulder, loaded. I imagine him. He looked just like a scumbag, just like any of those. He doesn't look like much more than no more the leader than anyone else, you know. Maybe he has this sort of like a kind of like D'Artagnan-ish sort of like feel to him. Maybe some kind of like slanted fancy hat that he plundered from one of those merchants men coming from the south, you know. But apart from that, it's, you know, he could. I mean, possibly like 6 months ago, he never had shoes, you know. But a man of ambition, you know, and some kind of like snake tongue, basically. And he stands at the top of the tower with another two of his bitches, and they laugh a bit, you know. And he puts a knee up, you know, leaning on the ledge, his crossbow on the shoulder, and he possibly finishes, I don't know, some some piece of meat, and he throw it in your direction, of an old bone of a hare, landing at your feet. What's it you want? You fuck-ass traitors? I should throw you to the harpies into the sea. Making mutineers. No good. Deem yourself lucky. And I deign show myself. What's it you gotta say? Hey, Silver Tongue. Big belly fatty halfling, eh? Still think you're a pirate? You're no good, you little shit. Just like your guys. And his doggy, this one? Your ears. Gobbo gobbo. They're floppy. Floppy as hell. You will wither soon. A piece of old cardboard, way. And you, nah? With your long sword? Maybe your dick is as long as that, because you never use it. And you just
Shut
hang
up
there.
before I turn you into a pile of dust.
What's he saying? You curse man?
Give us what is ours.
Listen to us. Listen to us.
Derlan yells up, he says your hat is very nice. He wishes he had that hat. It's very.
We're all like, and the negotiator's like, you have very well dressed.
It's stunning. That's what he wanted me to tell you. It's a stunning hat.
Listen to Dilly.
I know my hat is fancy.
What is ours?
What is yours?
I yell up. I yell to him. All we're looking for is our share of the treasure inside there. And you may think that we are lowly and not fit to have it, but I would tell you, you are somebody who wants more than this island and this tower. And today, keeping us here, keeping us fighting you for this treasure, is keeping you in that tower. And by buying us off, you get to move on with your plans, and we get to leave here.
He spits in your direction. There is a gust of wind. His saliva just goes straight back into his face. He takes his hat. Fucking halfling! Shut up now! I didn't steal anything. You accused me of stealing. Me and my lads win together for an adventure. We have big plans. You were accusing me. You liars. And now you put your bunch back together. And where are you two other guys, yeah? Yeah, by the way, there were 6 of you. 2 NPCs. We completely forgot to give them... to spawn them. Let's spawn those 2 guys. Are they...
Yeah.
They're your wild cards. 2 human bandits, low life scums.
Yeah, no better than us or anyone else. I do want to say, Bar, and I'm looking at his mates up there, that if you'll rob us, you rob the men who are with you now. Just pay us what we want, what we're owed. We served you, give us the money.
You served no one but yourself. You did that job. You took your share. Now you accuse me of stealing? That's no good, lads. These guys are again. They're lying. Yes, they're lying. They're lying. I'm bored. I'm going down, boss. Yeah, me too. I'm going to finish my... Can I go down, finish my dinner? Yeah, and the 2 guys, they live bar alone atop that tower.
Okay.
What's it you want?
I helped a bar.
You're not getting back in. You out of this business. This enterprise is ours now. It's over for you. Go back to your village. You losers.
All right, boys. Looks like we're going to have to take what's ours.
Yeah, so while this conversation is happening, Skaar is slowly nudging Bonejaw to get closer within better range, which is why he hasn't spoken.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Of it, you're definitely you're at long range, right? You're at long range. That's a -2. And he's behind cover, yeah. So that would be a -3. So that's a lucky shot.
He's not up in the tower.
Yes, he's up there, but he's
okay.
He's leaning over the edge, the ledge, but half of his body is still behind that broken battlement, right?
Yeah.
So long plus
I-
plus cover. That's -3 to me.
Yep, hide and cover. I would say, yeah.
Are you shooting?
So, the moment he is done with his curses,
Yeah.
or moment Bar is done with his curses, Skaar knocks his arrow to the bow and tries to shoot straight at his head.
There is a split second for anyone who wants to react to that to do something. Otherwise, the arrow goes.
I'm not going to stop him.
I'm turning. If anything, I'm turning to start to run away now. 'Cause I'm
Food is calling. Oh, it's dinner time.
I'm full. It's more of a waddle than a
Gotta
run,
cook.
but I'm peak waddling.
I go prep dinner, guys. See you
Yeah.
later. Okay. Okay, shooter. That will be a marksmanship. Modifier. That's a -3. I think that's how you register that. Or did that go?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think. And let's see.
Yeah, let me roll.
Nice. 2 successes.
What? Ooh! Attends, that's a -3 and you because the bow on top of it. Oh, your bow. You have a good bow. It
Yeah.
served you well. A 6 on your gear. You gotta be proud of that that gear. Nice.
Yes, my pride is my bow.
Quick
Oh, yes.
question above table. On the roll, it says 2 successes, 1 failure, and then 2. It shows like a little like water drop, teardrop. What is that?
It's the damage.
The damage.
Yeah, it's one.
Oh, that's a damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 damage for the short bow, 1 base damage, and 1 for the extra 6. Yeah, because he got 2 6s, so 1 is the normal success, and the second 6 is a stunt or whatever. It's an extra success, extra damage in that case. Yeah. So that's 2 damage. Two the blood drop is damage. The bane is the skull is the bane. If he wanted to push, you could still push, hoping for 3 more successes.
No, I think I'm happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. He wasn't expecting that, you know. He was like confident, you know. I think he spit. He was just like and finishing his curses as he spit. He gets his own spit in his face. He cleans himself with his hat, still talking shit to you, you know. And there is this, and he's like Zla! And he gets there right under the collarbone, you know. Just like he collapses, he falls on the ground behind the battlement. In a yell, of course, a shriek of pain. Quite a feminine shriek of pain.
Okay.
Effeminated, I would say. And you won't see him showing up again. What you will see is just the quick shade of that crossbow, you know, going between two parts of that broken battlement, and he's trying basically to make a lucky shot in your direction. Let's see how that goes, if he's actually in luck or not. Well, I'm gonna give him a so the distance and the lucky shot a -3. Yeah. What?
Damn. It's pretty.
Damn. Okay. Who
Yeah, I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any updates. Hang on, I gotta reload the website.
He rolled
He did
3
quite well.
successes.
Oh my god!
And with a -2 modifier, yeah, he had 2 negative skill dice there. So when your modifier, when your difficulty is more than your current, I didn't roll even for the gear. I should have rolled.
That's
That's a pretty hard one.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's
so when you everyone is okay with
I
that
think he
rule,
has a-
yeah, with the negative dice, they understand that.
That's fine. Yep, I get it. It's good. You got to evade, dude.
I roll a
That's
d4
a
to know
fast action.
who is
What
hit.
Was that a fast action? Or? Oh, okay. Let's see.
Gallivan, Zach.
yeah. If it-
In the
yeah, I mean,
in the thigh, you get
okay.
that.
So I can't dodge or anything.
Yeah, you can. You should be able to.
Yes, you can. You can. Can you dodge?
Alright.
You can dodge a range attack, huh?
It's a move check,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can try and dodge that with move.
Sure. Let's see. Gonna trying to get out of the way. Oof.
Oh.
You pushed.
Yeah, we gotta.
You lose
I
2
pushed.
to agility, and that's 1 success.
Yeah.
He still hits you.
Yeah.
You take 3 points of strength damage, and
Yeah, good thing I dodged. Otherwise, I would have been gone. Or
Yeah.
broken.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, boys.
Yeah, let's go. This is horrible.
Yeah.
so you've
Okay.
got that bolt drilled in inside your thigh, and I think he won't come up back up. You know, he won't stand back up. He's probably crawling back down inside after getting that arrow. Lodged in his.
I can help him. Can I help him with like a mite or something like that? Help him along.
Help Gallivan?
Yeah, I gotta help him. Even though he's a witch, I gotta help him. So can I? Like, so he moves normally. The idea is that he moves at normal speed. I help him along.
Yeah,
Like,
I should
pick 'em up
still
on the
move
way.
at normal
Yeah.
speed, but
Technically, yeah, you're operational.
Okay.
You're operational. That
Yeah,
thing
I
is getting
I wasn't
in the way.
broken. So,
Oh, that's right.
I
That's
did.
right. Yeah.
I didn't
Not
get
Never mind.
broken. So I didn't suffer.
Yeah.
I don't suffer an injury or anything.
So, oh my god,
Yep,
this game.
okay.
Okay, encounter number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You're back to the forest.
Dangerous.
Back in the forest.
Yeah.
A bar nearly got killed, huh? And you too. And the diplomatic channel is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
This
time
didn't go the
behind
way
it,
we-
boys.
This didn't go the way we thought it would.
No, it didn't. He's a bit of a drunkard, a hard man. We have to hurt him. We have to hurt him.
Bar
Yeah,
would rather lose his life than lose his gold. We always knew that was the case.
Yes, but we tried. So, all right, boys, we're gonna have to try to kidnap someone if they pop out of that door. that's the next plan.
Maybe, but how long should we be staying here then? I mean, if they can't get supplied by the harpies, and they
Sure,
don't,
how can they get supplied?
maybe they never leave.
Oh, the harpies. Maybe
Maybe they
how many
never
harpies are there? How many harpies are there?
On the island, it's a
I don't know.
it's a group of
Do we know?
10.
But the ones that like supply him, or is that the same group?
You have not noticed them.
No, they just claimed that they would be supplied by harpies. We don't know that they will be.
All right. Okay.
If it's possible that he's being helped by these harpies, I kind of think about it and I'm like, Skaar, is it possible that your tribe would help us? It would increase our numbers, increase Bar's fear of us, and we just want our share. We can barter with Bar, and the rest of their share can go to your tribe if they help us.
I can ask them, but I do not think they will help us without a fair share given to them either.
I think we give them a fair share. Yeah, we give them a fair share.
Yeah.
Not stupid.
Yeah, I think right now, for us trying to get our share, we saw that's probably, even if we kidnap someone, right, we're just at a disadvantage. He doesn't see us as a threat. But if we go there with a tribe of goblins with us, perhaps he looks at us differently, with more respect, and sees the potential for ruin by standing against us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Derlan, you come with me.
Okay.
But he has to be hurt, because we were not going to hurt any of them if we could avoid it. And he was perfectly fine with sticking an arrow into Gallivan's leg, or a bolt.
Yeah, Gallivan has pushed off the arrow. It didn't go as deep but he's sitting down and taking it slow, definitely.
Yes.
Still, in a parlay, he's like just boasting. So he thinks he has us. We need to flip that around, and that's usually done with iron.
And then Derlan kind of looks at all of you and goes, I've said that I'm not the greatest when it comes to matters of war, and I see some of you have already bled for this cause. I do want to help where I can. Does anybody require a weapon, something for ranged combat, to make themselves safer? I know, Skaar, you already have your bow, but to either the other of you, do you need something with range?
In fact, I could use a shield. I don't have a shield. And since there's missiles flying, shields are very valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm running around with my broadsword with like not great armor. I mean, it fits me well. It shows my warrior physique.
Oh yeah, because now you have 2 willpower, so you can use your
Shield is
part
your
of
friend.
many things.
Yep. So I can't do a shield. I will make note of that, and in the future, when I have the ability, I will find that for you. Today, I can find trinket items but some cheaper weapons. I know for myself, I'm not one to fight up close.
Yeah.
I will probably get a sling
Harpoon
for myself.
A sling? I could use a sling.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use both my willpower points, and I'm going to take out a big sack. And you see, almost as I put it down, it almost seems to get bigger as I take it off my back and place it on the ground. And I start by putting my hands in, and then I keep going further and further, like half my body is in it. And just it's an impossible amount of things being moved around in there for how small it was a moment ago. And I pop out, and I've got a sling in my left hand and a sling in my right. And I put one on my belt, and I hand the other one to you, Archibald.
Yep, because I need a missile. Thank you. Never used one of these things before, but we'll figure it out.
What just happened again? Okay, I have everything we need. This is when
That's cool.
You're
Just a cool talent.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. I can't wait to see what when you will come up with things. I think it's gonna be crazy. This is when
this is like really good so far, actually.
And then just above table for everybody, anything on trade goods or weapons that is a silver or cheaper, I can get. When I get to the 3rd level of the talent, I can do, I believe it's a gold or cheaper, so it's most things. But right now it's a silver or cheaper.
Cool. Your two lads, your two NPCs, I think they were not present here now because they were sent hunting to get dinner, and they come back empty-handed. And one of them sprung his ankle, trying to save his friend who fell himself and cut his thigh with his arrowhead. So the two of them are just like pitifully just coming back empty-handed, hurt, and just yeah. How did it go? So it's their name is Pad and Gills. Gills, I don't know, big red cheeky guy. Always speaks like he had a potato in his mouth, and Pad is this bad skin, sort of like sailor skin. Bad health guy.
Skaar looks at them with disdain and says, "How did we get stuck with these fools?"
How did it go, guys?
Fate, my friend.
Do you get our property back yet?
No. Look what happened. We got one of our men, Gallivan, with a bolt that we had to pull out.
Gee.
You got Derlan.
Actually,
Derlan is all like
doing much worse.
upset and angry.
It was horrible.
He's playing with his skin, and his breath is horrible. Pad steps forward. He looks at your injury, Gallivan. Oh my God, it's nasty. Who did that?
Bar did it after Skaar shot him, I guess.
Nah, I told you, Gills. This Barth no good. Really, traitor. He's the one lying. For sure. And Gills, I wasn't sure, but I followed you because we're friends. That's your team.
That's our team.
Yeah.
That's our guys.
Wonderful. To be honest, Bar isn't much best, boys. He's not much better, boys.
Can you?
I suppose me and Athelbald can stay here and keep watch with the Pad and Gills, and Skaar and Derlan can go and see the tribe.
Now Skaar looks at Gallivan and says, "So, sorcerer,
Yes.
you are smart. So tell me, how do we hunt rabbits or hare?"
How do we hunt rabbits or hare?
Yes.
Well, you can tie a snare. I have heard of this thing. You tie a snare, and when they go through it to get some food, a trap, then the snare tightens against their legs.
Or what if they are in their burrow?
What if they in
their burrow, in their hole? Then how would you hunt them?
Well,
You do not know?
no.
Well, I will tell you. You smoke them out, which is what we can do here for these rabbits that are hiding in the tower. So, since you are so smart, sorcerer, maybe you can think of how to do that while me and Derlan, we go and speak to my tribe.
I look around at what I assume is the soggy ground after the rain, and I'm like, well, nothing's gonna burn here for a little while, but I will think on this thing, Skaar. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, since we need to now carry you around, you're bleeding everywhere. Might as well.
It's not like he's walking for his own machine. He's not injured, but he got nicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got better.
No, it's Skaar is exaggerating. basically he feels that he's the only one who did anything during that negotiation.
Yeah.
So he's just being extra Skaar than usual.
Yeah.
Let me
I
get
will-
close to this, to him, and we shall see how good he feels next time.
Only Goblin and Halfling are going to the tribe, yeah?
That's right.
Okay. What's the rationale behind that? Is that you want to keep the sorcerers and the fighters away from superstitious goblins, something like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you know of the because of this connection with the Isle Master and cursed items and stuff like that. What's the thought?
Also, I think Gallivan's resting, right?
between-
Gallivan wants to rest. So,
Gallivan needs to rest, and we need to keep a watch on the tower so they don't.
Yeah, and because of the connection between halflings and goblins, the tribe would be okay with a halfling coming along with me, but they may not easily trust a half-elf and a human coming into their home.
Sleek. Okay. Well, ben we'll do that. So we take 5. Yeah. Let's take a quick 5-minute bio break. Little breather.
alrighty.
I generally like to fit like 2 small breaks rather than a long one, and so it's been what? It's already 2 hours. In fact, we're playing. So yeah, good. See you soon. Well played,
Good
guys.
timing.
It's going great. Awesome. It's a fun little game. I feel. I was playing the One Ring before yesterday. We have this big campaign on Thursday, and I really feel like playing the One Ring. I need to watch my language. You know, I need to give that Tolkien feel. You know, and be careful to even with dodgy NPCs. I really need to be careful not to sound like off,
Swear or anything.
you know. And here I can just let go. I'm having a good time.
It's way more grim than Middle Earth, actually.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this is a way grimmer setting than Middle Earth. I think I mentioned it to you before. I really think it's almost like a post-apocalyptic medieval horror setting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really kind of like that. You know, like things fear attacks on you and you melt away and there's demons running around. They run things.
Yeah, it's been said.
So, mates, what are we going to do? We can infiltrate through that entrance, which I'm sure they're guarding.
Well, we can try, but it would probably have to be at night.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing anything during the day. Let me walk across the open field right near the tower so I can see everything.
Yes.
That'll work.
All right, let's start back with Gallivan and Athelbald, accompanied by Pad and Gills. Where's your makeshift camp at this point? You have view. You're back where you had like this view on the tower. You still want to watch the tower.
It's probably at the edge of the forest.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, so we just have to, like, whoever's watching, just like walk a little bit and see out through the trees without necessarily being seen.
Okay, so
or
that
at
will
least
be
harder to be seen.
It will be a quiet day. It's now night. So how am I doing this? It's dusk.
Is Gallivan about able to rest?
That's right. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure midday. Why is it? What is going on? Oh yeah. I'm trying to mess with the calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to go with the watch thing, maybe, to move the day.
See, there is a timer. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Seconds.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
It's,
you could track seconds in combat with that thing. I use the calendar in my campaign.
Cool.
I actually have moon phases. It's pretty funny. There's like moon phases in 1051 AD. There's like a moon phase.
Now it's waxing gibbous. The moon is waxing gibbous.
nice. Yeah, awesome. It's super. Okay, so this is dawn, dusk. It is dusk. It's getting cold, humid, a bit less windy for you're in the cover of the woods, but that it's not a continental forest. We know that it's pine trees, it's sleek cedars and stuff like that, and thorn. Not basically. I think at this. You make the most of some of the groove in there's a hollow on that rocky area between the trees, and there's not that I don't visualize much grass. It's not very grassy, like and you have that little camp there. It's evening. So that's a quarter day resting.
Yeah.
So go back to you can reset both your trackers at full strength, full agility. Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. It auto does it when you click the rest thing, which is nice.
It does. It's a really slick software for VTT. It really is.
But that's just you two resting right now. Skaar and I are not resting yet, right?
Yeah.
No, you will do the same during your scene, because you'll have your scene during that dusk
Gotcha.
quarter day as well.
Thank you.
And that council with the goblin tribe will count as a rest as well. Now, you both, the four of you, Pad and Gills have no food at all. No water. They're basically like, heavyweights at this point. What do you do, guys? You're hungry, you're thirsty, the two of you.
I have to share if I can, so I roll my food and water, right?
And you share once with Pad? Each of you share once with one of them? So you roll twice.
Yeah.
Please roll twice for your rations today.
All right.
Yep, I gotta go to the website. Hang on.
Let's see. There's no auto roll for. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, at the bottom.
I would just like give them a die. I'll give one of them a die. Right?
I don't need to. You can. You can roll twice, and maybe you'll be fine. Gallivan, you lose one food.
I did.
All right.
And
there we are.
So.
Okay.
I'm okay. Oh wait, yeah, Gallivan. Oh, Gallivan consumed the food. Oh well.
Yeah.
So Athelbald, you roll twice for food and twice for water?
Yes. Didn't I? Let me see.
I think you rolled only once for each.
That's about, no, I only rolled once.
All good.
There we go.
Okay. Is always more when you need it, and then when it's time to share and be a good Samaritan, it's happening. And the little you have is shared. You guys, do you light a fire, or is this like jerky and sort of dried food?
I think it's just like, I think it's like jerky and like.
Yeah, it's dried foods.
Gathered vegetables and things like that.
Okay.
Oh, what do I do for arrows? I give myself a D6 for the sling, or does it not matter?
Sling is you pick up whatever's around you, so there's no resource.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no ammo. Okay.
Yeah, no, we won't. As long as there is something available around. On a rocky island, I guess pebbles and stones are plenty.
Yep. I'm gonna suck with this sling.
So,
anyway. Okay.
The fighter and the sorcerer are sitting and keeping watch, keeping an eye on that tower. Your two companions, Pad and Gills, have fallen asleep, and they snore heavily. When
Wonderful.
it's quite dark now, not that many stars, couple peeping here and there, but soon covered by either the canopy or a cloud passing by. Nightlife going on, this owls and whatever rodents are doing their things around, always giving you the feel to be under observation. The thin glimmer of a fire going on, or whatever, torchlights going on inside the tower, and laughter. And possibly, glass being broken, laughter, and maybe a tambourine or something playing, with a whistle or something. Party.
Yeah.
So I know that at this point, like Skaar and Derlan are not with the party, but just to put something out there, like before, I think Skaar and Derlan left. Like Skaar sort of implied to Gallivan that maybe they can think of a way to collect perhaps leaves, tinder, whatever, put it in the latrine hole, set it on fire, and perhaps smoke the bandits out. Now, Skaar himself is not, like, he hates the fact that Gallivan is smarter than him. Like, he knows that he's smarter than him, and Skaar couldn't think of a good way of doing this, which is why he sort of backhandedly implied this. So, like, just wanted to put that out there in case they still want to contemplate during their camp.
Cool. So
he's Gallivan is thinking of ways how to get back at the bar, definitely. But he's also spending his time resting, so he doesn't have time to pick up any stuff, I assume.
Yeah, that's right. There is that. For rest to activate, you need to rest. So, and so that sacrifice a quote day to do that. Yeah. Your guys are your team is snoring. The fighter and the sorcerer, you're chewing your jerky, keeping an eye on that tower. What do you do?
Athelbald. This.
Yes.
I mean, it was maybe rash of Skaar to shoot at him, but I also think that he deserved nothing less.
No, he deserves worse than that.
Yeah.
I go, Gallivan.
No.
I take out my sword. I go, you find this point sharp?
It looks sharp, yes. I wouldn't want to be on the end of it.
Me neither. Now, suppose our friend Bar is squatting in the shitter.
I mean, it could.
And I'm in the chamber below, and my sharp point is there. As he bends over and pulls down his trousers, he gets a little surprise right up his arse.
Well, This is a good thought. This is a good thought, Athelbald, but it doesn't get us into the tower.
No, but it kills
However,
Bar.
It could kill Bar, yes. If it doesn't jump up fast enough. But also I think maybe this shithole is a good way of getting our way. If we could make some fire underneath.
Fire.
Smoke clears out the rabbits, as Skaar implied. So once we've finished resting up, I believe we should look for some dry firewood.
So to make one thing clear, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but there is ground level, the main doors. Yeah, they're having a party there. There are stairs that go to the first level, captain's quarters. Stairs that go to the topmost level of the open, the top of the tower. Yeah, below ground level, there is the cellar. From the cellar, there is a door that exits on the cliff. The shithole is at ground level.
Yeah.
And when it comes to smoke, the smoke will not fill the cellar.
No. But it would make us able to, for example, open the ground level door freely, for example.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to make that sure.
Without being shot at from above.
I think we can hide on that path, boys.
On the cliff path?
I don't think they send anyone out there. I don't think anyone comes out there. If they do, we grab them. Something.
Just to be clear, you're talking about the cliff path?
Yes.
Yeah. We could try that. But we don't know if they have reinforced the door or not. But we could try.
We can see. I mean, Bar, we've served with Bar. He's not exactly the most disciplined captain.
No, he's not. Question, Addy. We've been at the tower before. We've looked out from the tower a lot of times. Do we know how is the view from the top of the tower towards the cliff path?
The view is not clear all the way, but part of the trail has there is on some part of the trail you can have clear line of sight from the top of the tower, but that would be a long shot with cover, so that would be a -3. Only on a few parts, a few specific kind of open spots on the trail. Apart from that, it's mainly covered. The thing is that
a small question. No, just a small question about cover. Maybe I've misunderstood, but as far as I understood, cover gives you armor dice.
Yeah, that's
not,
right.
In
not
this game, minus to shoot.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, I would. Yeah, that's right. This game takes cover as armor. That's right. In my mind, it was like that. You have only part of the target in line of sight, and that makes for a smaller target, so a harder shot.
But it's also line of sight for seeing, right? Like you can't see through walls, for instance.
Yeah.
Looking at your drawing of the tower, there's obviously going to be blind spots there. Even from the top of the tower, it's just blind spots.
I think that would be a -3 shot in your direction or against them.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
Yes, but Gallivan, if we're sneaking along that path and they're shooting at us, they know we're coming. There's no way we get in. There's no way.
Oh, I was thinking about how easy it would be to go that way without being shot at.
There is possibly 2 spots
on a dark night.
There is possibly two spots you could get shot at if you were seen, taking that path. So they would have the 2 chances at shooting. like basically one in midway, and one. I think they could shoot at you when you're at the door. Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming they see us.
Yeah. By the way, the sky clears now, and that big fat gibbous moon shows up.
Moonlight's bad for us, Gallivan.
Maybe. But we should keep a watch if one of them, if they decide to try to ambush us while we wait here. While we wait for Skaar and Derlan to come back.
We'll wait. We'll mention our plan to them. See what they want to do.
Yeah.
Best.
I agree.
What is it in this game? Vigilance, awareness. You know what I mean?
Scouting?
Scouting. Yeah. Best
Yeah,
scouting.
scouting for them, and move for us.
Best scouting now. Roll, please.
I can go. I have pretty decent.
Very nice. So you got yourself a little willpower point.
Not unless I push, right?
Oh, yeah. Only if he pushes. Yeah. Because he takes no damage. Right now, he took no damage. It's like
Initial
pushing
roll.
is how you get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one success. Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, if it's it's in the book, I believe it says that like you should be able to push if there's something to be gained from it.
Yeah. Now you get what you are looking for. It's
So
info basically. Indeed, a flying shape comes and lands atop the tower.
One shape.
it seems like maybe they were telling the truth about the harpies, Athelbald.
Yeah, but there's one.
Yeah.
You can take it out.
You feel comfortable with your sling? Take out the harpy.
No.
Oh,
can try.
Your past range, yeah, it's your way out of range.
But even so, it's like I don't use this thing, but I could try next time. So they're right about the harpy.
Yes.
Do you have anything you can harm the harpy with? Which?
If we get close enough, yes. But I believe this spells out that we either need to stop the harpies from supplying them, or we need to find some other way of getting into that tower if we want to have any chance of getting their stuff.
Well, Gallivan, my concern is that even if we kill the harpy, maybe another one shows up.
Yes.
We don't know.
That's when you hear.
Let's wait and see.
Or we set fire in the tower. We just like get as much wood and kindling as we can, and just set a fire in the tower. Everything in the basement gets burned.
You hear a yell, and someone shouting, "No! Fuck up! No! And someone being like just knocked or something. And
from the tower?
Yeah, from the top of the tower. You see a.
We're investigating this.
You look at.
Look at.
Sorry, cat. Yeah.
You're breaking up a bit for me, anyway.
There is a commotion
letting his cat in
on top of that tower. Under the clear sky, the moon, you can distinguish silhouettes at most, You can't make the difference between them individuals. But there is a good four. Possibly the whole crew is there, and the whole of them.
Okay.
On top of the tower?
Yeah, on top of the tower at this point, and you see the wing, the wings of that dark silhouette that landed there, just waver and taking off. What you could possibly expect to be a harpy. That's right. Breasts, big breasts, breast, and long clothes and long hair. But it's undistinguished. Like details are just out of the picture at this point. It's just black shapes against the moon sky, and she takes off with one of them.
Nice.
Well, so it's not supplies.
And
yes, I guess something with that.
she drops him.
Or they didn't pay her correctly.
She drops him.
Yeah, you hear
Oh,
the guy just goes like, and he disappears behind the cliff, and then she just bombs down. She plummets down, and just a minute or two later, you see her flying back up with the corpse of that guy.
well, I guess maybe we don't have to wait that long for them to run out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they think we control the harpy?
That could be. It could be. That could be a
To a guest last night.
negotiating card.
Yeah.
This is very good information for us.
The harpy heads back towards the center of the island, past Barview, to somewhere inside the woods.
Are they? The men on top, are they doing anything? Are they taking supply? Like maybe it's like some kind of deal.
They go back in.
Or
no laughter.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't laugh either. I'm not actually happy about a human being being killed by a harpy, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
If you wanna
All right.
add anything to the scene, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we're gonna switch to Skaar and Derlan.
No, switch to them.
Yeah, that's good.
This is like intel. So go for it, guys.
Okay, so Skaar and Derlan, have they already reached the goblin village, or are we on our way there?
However you want to make that happen. I'm happy to have you there already, amongst your kin. Enjoying some kind of like venison with your best friends and family. I don't know. I think there is a good, healthy relationship in that tribe. I think is in a healthy state. The soul of the tribe is doing okay. I think they're enthusiastic to have the halfling. Not that they are obviously like sort of like disrespectfully making fun of Derlan, but he's some piece of curiosity for them, and particularly are curious about to look at how he handles food, eating with his bare hands. And that's it. This is the little tribe of sort of like, I don't know. I think they live in small huts or possibly a range. Maybe let's say a range of shallow, small caves that somewhat are connected between each other. But and they're not very deep, they're not very high. A small set of caves like that, and in front of multiple small entries, we have this clearing surrounded by the pine tree forest, and there's a fire going, and you guys are sitting around the fire. Two sort of like fledgling goblins are pretending to hunt around you, and they have sort of like baby bows and stuff made of bones, of whale bones. The women are bossing around their husbands or whatnot, and the husband, they're bossing around their. I think the male and female goblin, I imagine, have a very sort of like romantic, passionate sort of like connection, and goblin couples just give out at each other, often, but then they're together, and it's life, and it's very emotional, I think. That's how life is going. The current leader. So you're the eldest, right? But the current leader is Raccoon. Is your main man when it comes to, is the best hunter. That's basically. So Raccoon goes, "How's it going, guys? Had a good day hunting?"
Yes, it was a good day. Today I hunted Barkupta.
Barkupta? That small dick. The women laugh. Small dick? Yeah, certainly smaller than yours. You're the chief. Goes his wife. And she goes and she grabs him by the shoulder, and she starts to lick his ear. And he's proud, and he lets himself.
Come, Raccoon. We need to speak on it more. And Skaar gestures towards the leader to walk towards where Derlan is having food.
Ah, all right. Leave it. Let me go, wife. I appreciate you. He follows you. Derlan, you're surrounded by two goblin women who are trying to stuff you with all sorts of food, from raw snake to beetles, to finally, grilled venison, all sorts of mushrooms, cooked and not, a weird cuisine, like really. And they're really like insisting on, having you tried everything, and so that's where that is when Raccoon and Skaar find you. How do you deal with those two girls?
I think Derlan, seeing that he's in a village and he's the halfling and he's the guest, clocks that everybody's eating with their hands and very comfortable doing it, and does his best to mimic that behavior. So I'm grabbing everything that they put in front of me, and I'm grabbing with a hand, and I'm just eating it. And some of it, because I can cook, I can recognize this is different but interesting, and some of it is maybe really challenging. But I'm putting a brave face on even those bits, as I try to be good for my host.
Nice.
Yeah. Then Skaar.
So you don't roll for food. Huh? None of you roll for food, sorry, today, or water.
So then Skaar introduces the village leader, Raccoon, to Derlan. Derlan, this is Raccoon, the leader of this village. and a good hunter. And Raccoon, this is Derlan. I think he can talk well. I do not know if he can hunt, but he had a proposition for the village. Derlan, please.
And Derlan turns to Raccoon. I've heard much about your tribe, and I've had the opportunity to be alongside Skaar, who is a fine representative of your tribe. We are trying to get our share from the group we used to be a part of, from Bar. They are holed up in a tower, and they do not see us as a threat. We could risk trying to siege the tower, but we could be mightily hurt. And I thought it would be a great idea if we could bring your tribe in, if you could help us take the tower and take the treasure inside of it. All we want is our fair share, and we would be very willing to share what remains with your tribe.
I mean, you went hunting with that barman, yeah? You didn't get your share of the hunt. Is that it?
Yes, he is a false hunter. He is a hunter who takes more than his share.
That's no leader. That's know how you lead the hunt. I agree. This man, he possibly deserve a lesson. But no one else but you. You should do it. Your team, yeah? You've been wronged. You're the only one who can right it up. I'm afraid.
So these men, they're little more than beasts. So it would be a hunt, but it's a hunt that is greater than our skills. But if we bring your village in, that would be a hunt worth doing. And that would be a hunt that we can take our share, but you can also take your share of the hunt.
What's in it?
Raccoon,
Yeah. What?
the prey is already bleeding. I shot Bar today.
Oh,
So all you have to do is join us to finish the job.
what
We
kind
hunt
of...
together. We gather the spoils together.
What's the quarry? What's good? What's in good for us? And you know, we don't like corrupt stuff. Although, and he goes, maybe, someone roll best manipulation, as it's sort of like assisted. I'll have Derlan roll with a +1. Yeah, thanks to Skaar's introduction and support. One success.
All right. So
Are you you could gain more if you pushed.
And then my empathy is down to 2, though. So, but if I got 2 Banes, I would be broken on empathy.
Yeah, but you won't get 2 Banes because you've already succeeded on the one.
You could get
So
only
you can
one.
you
Bane.
can maximum get you can maximum get 1 Bane.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll push.
So you won't get broken.
Same.
That's it. Okay.
I see where you're coming from. But the stuff you've got hidden in that tower, stinky, musty place, is no good to us. Although, I'm pretty sure there's some corrupted stuff that was, you know, found and stolen by those sorcerers back in the south. And we could always give that to the Isle Master. You know what I mean.
You could, and if that's what you wanted, you could have that.
Then that is a deal. I will come with my pal. I can even bring 2 hunters. There will be 3 of us joining you.
That would be of great help. And one question is, I have not seen it, but we've heard that they might be getting supplied by the Harpies. Do you know anything about them, or where they might, where their lair might be?
Curse be the harpies. Are they dealing with those bitches? No, this isn't good. Many of them. Big murder of happies there. How can they manage such an diplomatic ties? I don't know how to call it. No, it's surely not playing in their favor. Surely not. They will pay for that. The happies will make the best of them.
That is good to know. We just know that is what Bar said they were doing. We have not seen that Skaar or I yet. So they could be lying.
Well, that would be a fun spectacle. A fun show to watch. But if that is I don't want to have anything to do with those bitches.
Very good. And then I would maybe suggest that we rest here tonight and then make our way over to the tower with your hunters in the morning.
You're very welcome. Only at he looks at Skaar. On one condition.
Name it.
We're gonna have to share the mushroom soup.
There is a very special mushroom that grows on the island.
As you say, Raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
The blue mushroom. Mm-hmm. We cannot be friends if we don't partake in the soup together. And to hunt, we have to be friends, brothers. The blue soup is the only way, my friend. Future friend, I mean.
Derlan pipes in, soup it is.
Soup it is.
And you walk back towards the camp. There, you're presented with the other two tougher hunters. Actually tall for goblins. Pretty erect and just forces of nature. They're equipped with whalebone skull crushers and bows. They have bone armor. They look deadly. Tattoos and sharp teeth and all the whole shambarabara of a primitive tribe of goblin, on that island. Anyway, here comes the so-called blue soup. Once everyone has, the kids are just their energy is endless. They've been pretending to hunt they're running constantly non-stop for the last 6 hours. There's no limit. And but as soon as one word from their mother or their tutor goes at them, they're at the ready. Subdued, docile, obedient, and they're sent to the caves. And in no time, it's super quiet. As you realize that there was this constant yelling from those two terrors, and now it's gone. And the forest is again leaning on you, and just a couple of night birds and rodents here and there. You're with the hunters and their wives. There are wolves as well there, yeah? And they kept quiet, They go drink here and there, there is a spring, water spring nearby, I think. They do their rounds and they watch, they're lenient and calm. and possibly
That is where Bonejaw is. So he's with the wolves in the village.
yeah. I think Bonejaw is the elder of that pack. He was the leader at some point, and they had to let go of that role. But he must have spawned 3/4 of the pack. And here comes the soup, the blue soup, and it is actually blue. It is actually blue. You don't know if it's the moonshine reflecting, bouncing off it. It just it's iridescent and sparkles. That blue. Are there spores accompanying it, just dangling, hovering over the surface of the soup? There is this thing, and it's not a big cauldron full of 10 liters of soup. It's a slant. It's a shallow plate, round plate, and there is like possibly an inch deep of liquid on slimy liquid in it, and each of the goblins, they just dip the tip of their finger on it, and they wait for everyone to have a drop ready on their claw. Obviously, the thing goes around.
So,
yeah, what do you guys do?
Skaar is extremely happy to see the soup. It's been a while since last he had that soup, so he enthusiastically takes a big amount on his finger.
Okay.
And looks at Derlan and says, "Derlan, have you ever tried this before? If not, you should. This is some of the best this village has to offer."
And Derlan nods, says it's awesome, and he does that thing of like, when you drink too much because you're trying to impress people that you're around, he takes like a big fingerful of the soup to kind of like, no problem.
Then everyone looks at each other's eyes. There is a squint and smirks that goes around, and then everyone licks their finger and just sucks their claws to the last drop. Roll endurance, the two of you. Straight endurance. Okay. You guys, you're gone. You disappear. The night will be like you'll be gods riding the stars, hunting divinities and elemental powers. You will not rest and be sleepy tomorrow, but yeah, lose a point of empathy each, but nothing more scarier than that. Lose a point of empathy each, and have you sleepy, the two of you. So sleepy, you cannot recover wits. If your wits are broken while sleepy, you must sleep, or at least you fall asleep, you fall to sleep just like a dead sack. And you suffer 1 point of wits every day after that, if you don't sleep again. Until you finally, your wits break and you fall asleep against your own will.
Unconscious.
So that's it. You both lost a point of wits, a point of empathy for the hallucinogenic, and a point of wits for the sleepy condition. There is, I think, a little check on your character sheet. Is it main combat? Wasn't it?
Yes.
I am looking at the wolf.
The main.
Yeah, on the main.
There is. It's under conditions, I think.
Yeah, that's it. So you can check sleepy. That's it. In the morning, I think you guys come back. You make contact again at the makeshift camp near the tower where they were watching the pirates, and there are 3 more hunters arriving. So this is spring rise. So now it's 6 in the morning. It's dawn. The 2nd of spring rise, 11:65. The 4 goblins and the halfling have reached the little camp near the Bleeding Raven's tower. And you guys are together once more.
You have brought friends, Derlan and Skaar.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And how many are there?
3.
3 more.
And then
And,
Fine host. A fine host.
and the
Sorry,
people
Eddie,
at the tower are 1 less now. So, good news.
great news all around.
Yeah, well, let's tell you what we saw. Go ahead. tell
Yeah.
Gallivan.
During the night, there came a harpy to the tower, we believe. It looked like flying from above. And there was some
harp?
sort of... Yes, and there was some sort of scuffle on the top of the tower, and suddenly the harpy flew away with one of them and dropped him over the cliff. So I don't think they are getting resupplied by harpies, no.
Unless they're trading his own men for supplies, but then there has to be more people mutinous. If that's the case, either way.
If that's the case, then we'll just wait for the harpies to eat them all until only Bar is left.
Yeah.
It seems they ran
No,
up,
the
so maybe
person
they
taken
expected
wasn't
something.
Bar.
Or maybe when they ran on top of the tower, they were expecting supplies, and then surprise, I'm a harpy, and they didn't realize what the harpy was going to do. You know, those harpies are like really arbitrary or
Treacherous.
Yeah, treacherous. Yeah. Maybe the harpy just felt hungry or something, but whatever. They're less connected to their harpy now, no matter what. Either the harpy's the enemy, or the harpy betrayed them.
Yes. So we're
can I
definitely
interrupt
we're
here?
better than we were. Okay.
Sorry. You two are having a flash, just like a quick flash of the vision you had. You go like you realize you're sleepy, the two of you. You go like you swipe your eyes, you know, and there is like one vision that comes back from that trip that night. What is it?
So Skaar is thinking about a great hunt that he imagined going on last night, where he was on his wolf, where he was young again, and he was hunting great beasts in the forest.
Cool. Derlan.
And Derlan has a vision of standing on the cliffs by the Raven's Tower and seeing the blood mist almost shimmering more than it would have been in real life, but this is part of the vision, and then it starts to dissipate and then sees the clear sky for the first time.
Okay. At this moment, Raccoon, he I think still a little bit on high and sort of like very sensitive, alert, you know, connected, and he goes ooh, 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 and he wakes up like he just like, you know, gets you back to the present moment, you know, And the two hunters, the two other goblin hunters, those tough Eric goblin, with spears and slings and bow, skull crushers, the whole walking armories. They go in laughter, just explode, something is going on between the halfling and those goblins, guys.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
You seem a little bit tired.
We just had too good of a night, if you know what I mean.
I had those.
Yes, last night was fun.
Indeed. Nice, pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you. Raccoon, Chief Hunter of Whale Island Goblin Tribe. We've no name. We killers, survivors. We pray to no god. We answer the strong with strength. And you're the weakling, it seems today. I wouldn't like to be you.
He looks at you, too human. And he praise you like top to bottom up. And he just go and punches you in the chest. Yeah, he punched the fighter in the chest. Bam! And he's so like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's very strong. This gray beige skin.
Derlan sees how this might go and kind of pipes up and goes, my goblin friend here is very gracious to join us on our great hunt. And I say it like that, looking at both of them, so like, this great hunt we're going on, to kind of like let them know how they're thinking of what they're doing.
Oh yeah, so I heard the great hunt. And it is junk we're going to get. I don't know if that's fair anymore. Look at those faces. Those two look depressed. You're not made for the woods and wildlife. You die. You're no survivors. What have we signed himself for too? What is going on? Skaar, you disappoint me. Is this your team?
Raccoon, are you already afraid? I thought we were supposed to go on a hunt.
Okay, roll
I by myself.
Roll manipulation.
On the braid hunt.
Okay.
Afraid, me.
You hit a nerve.
The one empathy. Oh god.
He goes, grapples you, and tries to hemlock you, and that's how you say. Is this the word when you just lock?
Manhandle.
Headlock.
Yeah, headlock. Okay, headlock or manhandle. Yeah, headlock.
Headlock. Yeah, he tries to headlock you.
All right.
That's going to be contested. We're gonna do it contested. Roll melee.
So, Skaar is not like he will let Raccoon headlock him, but he will gesture at Bonejaw to come closer and be more intimidating to sort of get Raccoon's attention.
Okay.
So I can still roll melee, but
yeah.
Hold on.
He did only one success. He beats you, and he's proud.
Yeah.
And he gives you his four. He chokes you for a bit, and then kisses you on the nose, and puts you up.
You old man. You're elder. Respect.
Okay. Where did Gallivan go?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they're not struggling right now, right?
No,
There's just like
nothing major.
okay.
Just primitive
Goblins
games.
being goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Are you done, Raccoon?
I'm done. I'm just started. Don't get me. Don't get. This is a slippery slope. Old man.
All right.
This old man saw more fight than all three of you yesterday. Are you still planning on coming with us? Maybe show this old man what you can do? Or would you rather still stay here with us and not come when we go hunting?
I didn't become the chief of my village by accident. I respect my words, and it is my strength. So yes, we are coming.
Good.
Now, hunting means tactics, brain power. Who's the mastermind here?
So Skaar,
We're all equals here.
yeah, but like Skaar disagrees. Like he usually used to consider himself as the master tactician until he reluctantly sort of had to agree that Gallivan is smarter. So he doesn't want to say it, but he kind of sort of looks at Gallivan when that question comes up, but he says nothing.
Gallivan says, together, we put our brains together and we find the good idea. Skaar put me onto the good idea of smoking them out, or at least smoking them into cover. If we could light a fire under the latrine and push them down to the cellar or somewhere else, we could break into the main door. We have the time, break in. And no longer they could hide inside of their tower, and we could have the run of it. That is at least one plan I think could work.
That is a good plan. I would agree with it.
There is nothing to think about anymore. This is the best plan, says Raccoon. If it doesn't work, we'll figure out something else. The best way to figure it out is to try it out. And if I die trying, I don't care.
All right.
We should avoid dying, I think. But yes, I think this is a good plan. We should do it.
When you
Should
die,
we
you
wait
die.
for
You
the
cannot
night?
avoid it. That is the point of dying, my friend.
Good to know. Good wisdom. Good wisdom.
Shoot straight.
Derlan, I think would jump in. Like, if we're thinking about when to do it, I'll only speak for myself, but perhaps Skaar as well. A little embarrassed, or maybe a little sleepy still from our activities last night. Perhaps the hunters and the rest of you want to fortify some supplies or some stuff in camp. Maybe we can get a little shut-eye before we tackle them in the afternoon.
And Skaar goes, what Derlan actually means is it might be better to attack them at night rather than in the middle of the day right now. So perhaps we wait.
You're right, Skaar. That is what I meant. It had nothing to do with how hard I partied with the Supos. It's a tactic thing. You're right.
So like Skaar doesn't want to show that he's weak and not like up to the task, and especially in front of the other goblins. So
Of course.
so that's his excuse.
We can me and Athelbald and
Glib and Pal?
Pad.
The other
Pad.
Pad. We can look for firewood and well, you have some rest.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then
Who is going
I
to
would,
go down and put the fire?
Let's get Pat and Gills to be of some use. They have done
Yeah.
nothing so far to help us.
Yeah.
They look at each other. They don't know what to do with their hands. Gil just grabs a dagger, unsheath it.
Yes, of course. We will be proud to do that. After all, this is our treasure in there.
And he looks at Pad,
It is.
just like with some sweat on the side. Which they know that this path along the
If
cliff
both of you
is
cannot
very
even do this.
treacherous. Mm-hmm.
So Skaar tells them that if both of them cannot even or do this simple task of setting leaves and dried wood on fire, then they do not deserve any of the treasure. So
You didn't
Everyone
mean
Told them
has
how much
to-
we're going to give them.
you didn't mean to send them on the path to put the shithole on fire. You meant
No, to make the campfire, like for the camp.
Okay.
If we-
no, or the
I thought
no,
you
you
were
got it
sending
right.
them on the
That's
train.
where
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Sorry.
Are you sending them
sending
on the
them
train?
on the. Yes, after all the leaves, everything has been gathered. My like Skaar wants to send them.
Okay.
Yeah, send them to lit the shit all on fire.
Yes.
But are we going on our own? We'll manage, Gills. You think we'll manage? We'll manage that? Sure. Huh? Gills goes, yes. No bother at all. I know this trail is my end, but I don't care. I'm going to die there, if anything. Roll insight. Best insight, guys.
I think that's probably me. I have 2.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else.
I have a 3 total.
I have 7 total.
Oh yeah.
I have like 3. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
These guys will possibly just disappear at the first opportunity. These guys are unreliable, and to give them that task was it's too much. It's too much. They will probably
They're not going to share then.
not do the job fully. They leave
you
at this
send
point. They
one,
leave and they go gather the materials needed to make that those fumes, that smoke.
I say to the group, look, Pad and Gills, they are not exactly the most trustworthy of guys. They don't have the balls to do this. I think at least 1 or 2 of us should go with them. We have to carry the stuff anyway.
I could go with them.
Possibly, did you have a shield, Athelbald?
No, I do not.
Okay,
Skaar,
nobody.
you should rest. Skaar?
Yeah.
No, but this will be later. But when they
Oh,
are,
I don't want to go 2-on-1. You know what I mean? That's dangerous.
Yeah,
You
which is
go
why
with the,
like Skaar thinks he can go since he has Bonejaw with him.
Okay. Let's go. Lackeys.
Yeah. So since we are planning on, and this is me, like not Skaar, since we're planning on doing this at night, like would Skaar and Derlan be able to rest and then plan the setting on fire stuff?
You can sleep any during any quarter day. It is now dawn, so you have midday to sleep, and the guys decide to attack at dusk or midnight. So you could sleep during midday or dusk, depending on what you guys are tending to do.
Yeah. So we'll plan on like at least Skaar will sleep during the midday
Yes, and
Yeah.
while the others are gathering the materials that are needed, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before
I'll-
I go to take a rest, I go to the raccoon, and I said, "Fellow hunter, let me show you what my value is while I take a little nap. If you find me something out there in a hunt, bring it back, and I will repay your hospitality with some fine halfling food in the afternoon." And then I go to take a nap.
Oh, cool. He smiles, and you see that as he does that, he goes like, he just stroke his forehead, and he collapses. He falls asleep on the spot, and the two other hunters, the five of you back from the village, are just crash on the spot and snore big time, and are having the most unsettling sleep and nightmarish visions, and I think I don't know. I see weird stuff happening, shapes profiling themselves from the blood mist, and catching you, grinding you. Yeah. It's gonna be and sleeping at midday is weird as well. We know how it goes. Sometimes when you take a nap, it's nice to have a quick, short, efficient 15 minutes nap. But if you sleep at midday, more than 1 hour, you'll wake up in a weird. It doesn't put you in the right state of mind, and that's just what it does. You guys wake up. It's gonna be. It's gonna be 6 p.m. when you have spent your time sleeping, resting. You will not be any more sleepy, and you will wake up in a very bad mood. The 5 goblins and the halfling. What are the other 2 doing? Pad and Gills have gathered their the materials to light that. They picked branches of dry branches of pine and fresh branches of pines, and how do you call that, brands of rosemary and thorny bush that sort of like sparkles when it's lit, and with that they plus some dry heather. And they made some kind of bales out of it. So they did a good job at that. Yeah.
So I don't think we need. So we don't need to gather firewood ourselves. They do it.
They did that. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose Gallivan would think that someone has to keep a watch towards the tower. So we know what's going on over there. So no one tries to sneak away or anything. So he would spend his time keeping a watch.
Sure. And what about Athelbald?
What do I have? Do I have one?
1 quarter day.
1 quarter day.
Basically, even more, because they arrived at dawn. You had the chat and stuff, but then they spend midday sleeping.
Yeah.
So you have like more than a quarter day.
Yeah. If I had experience, I would spend it trying to get a talent, but I can't do that. So
you can even go hunting and bring back
Yeah. Let's do that. And
Resources.
we got a chef too. Yep. Let's do hunting. I'll go
Okay.
hunting.
So
My sling.
that's a straight hunting. Yeah, you have your sling. Yeah, so you can hunt rodent, small stuff.
Yep.
And that will be a straight hunting roll, isn't it?
Well, I think it's survival, right?
It's survival, and then there is no hunting. Yeah, I forget. So yeah.
Yeah. It's like you roll, and I roll the weapon, and if I succeed,
That's right.
you kill it or whatever, or something like that, right?
Yeah. Okay, go for
So I think I
your.
roll the survival to see if I find something, right?
Yeah.
If I see if I'm going to find something. Oh, I can. Is there water? I can go fishing. I got two. I got a fishing net. I can add 2 dice to it. Is there water nearby?
But of course, yeah. You know, with the amount you have plenty time. You have like 8 hours ahead of you, 10 hours ahead of you. It's perfect to go fishing. Right. You can.
I'll do fishing. I have a net.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
All right.
So fishing is.
Here we go.
With your net, it's +2 or +1?
It's +2. It's on the way they do it. It's on the skill. I just have to check the checkbox. So just let me reload the website, and I'll do it. Yeah, I run another Forbidden Lands style campaign, so I'm pretty used to it. It's actually a really good BTT.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Survival, fishing.
Huh.
Oh.
Are you pushing?
You want to push?
Well, let's see.
Otherwise we get a mishap.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm supposed to describe. Yeah, I'm supposed to describe the push, and then I see like fish getting near my net, and they're gonna try to swim around it. So I move my net in, and I still failed.
And so you take. Woo! You take 2.
Humane.
You 2 wits.
No, I take 2 wits because I feel stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but no fish either.
And it's a mishap.
Yep, go for it.
Roll a d6, please. F5?
Yep.
Okay. But I think you were atop that little, how do you call them, a creek, like that inlet, and you threw your net in that hollow, in that depth, and you lost track of that net. Something caught it, and as you tried to drag it back up, it was a bit stronger than expected, and you lost your footing. And slipped and fell in the water, and were dragged down underwater.
Oh boy! Okay.
Now, something bigger than you expected is dragging you underwater. Roll.
Oh God!
Endurance to not begin to drown, basically.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Dangerous
push.
stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
You can hold for one more round. Yeah, you go up. You grab some air, and that thing drags you down again. Now, in the tumult, it's hard to see. I think there is it's shit because there is a big flock of small possibly sardines. I don't know where they usually delve. There's loads of small fish, and you can't have a really clear view of what's dragging that net below. Now let's have you roll might. Let's have you roll might to break free from that traction. And possibly you'll have to let go of that fishing net.
but I would like to spend a willpower. Oh, I got to reload my thing here. Hang on. I got to find out why I keep on getting disconnected.
This is weird.
So I'm going to use my adaptive ability. I'm using my adaptive ability,
Yes.
so I'm going to use a different skill.
Yes.
Here we
Which
go.
one? Which one will you
Now,
use?
Yep, I'm going to use melee since it's a higher skill. And I figure it's like I'm fighting against something, so I'm using my combat abilities. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is good enough. You cut the net. You lose your you lose your item. It disappears in the depth. Behind a wall of swirling bubbles and plankton and whatnot and small fishes.
But I'm alive.
And you're alive, and you reach back the shore.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a rest, guys, because I'm like really angry. My wits are like, I'm really like not thinking. I'm like, son of a.
Yeah. At least we still gotta wait until midnight or that night. So
Yeah. I'll have a chance to rest, but it was good to work through that. Even though I lost my net.
So when you come back, early evening, late afternoon, all soaked and empty-handed, the five goblins, the four goblins and the halfling are waking up as fresh as one can feel. But you had those weird nightmares as well. So it wasn't a peaceful sleep. You're rested, not anymore sleepy. You had full, all your trackers are back up. And you wake up in that state. Gallivan is on the watch, alert. The other two pirates, Pad and Gills, are playing dice. And it's on an uneven ground, and they're insulting each other because they think that the other one is cheating. That because the dice are landing slanted, skewed, and Athelbald comes back soaked. Over to you guys.
Yeah, I have to rest, guys. I'm screwed.
Skaar is just baffled, looking at Athelbald. Like, what happened?
Some sea monster grabbed my net and almost took me down with it.
Sea monster? I thought you
It was a great serpent. And it grabbed my net. And I fought it with my net to keep my net, and it dragged me into the water. I barely got away. The great serpent.
Skaar looks at Raccoon and is, did you give him the blue mushrooms too?
Derlan is not sure if he's still kind of hallucinating because he's coming out of a weird midday nap, and he wakes up and there's just, this guy's soaked in the middle of camp talking about a sea serpent. It's very disorienting.
Nice.
Sea serpent.
The raccoon and his two hunters, they do this little sort of like Gaia reconnect sort of rite, and they pick a bit of dust and lick it, and then just smear their faces with it, and then they go on checking the tightness of the grip of their weapon and stuff like that. The other two pirates they keep playing dice, insulting each other. The tower, from your perspective, Gallivan, all day long. There were sentries taking turns on the top floor. No one exited the main door. No one showed up at the area you remember, like more or less where the cliff trails exits. Comes back on to that ground. And it was difficult to hear anything from that distance during the day, with the wind and the shores really below, the surf going constantly. It's hard to make out sounds during the day like that. It's pretty contrasty day again. It wasn't raining today, but there is wind, like a strong burst of winds coming in and out.
I guess I say to the group that the tower at least has been quiet. No one leaving, no one entering.
That is good. Do we know who was the victim of the harpies?
It was
it
very
dark?
dark. It was very dark. We don't know. Someone was dropped over the edge. We could try to approach them again and threaten and say that their situation has gotten worse with the harpies. If we want to try that before lighting the shithole on fire.
So Skaar contemplates and thinks perhaps we could do that at the same time. If we distract them with our request for parley, while Gills and Pad go and light the hole on fire.
That is actually not a bad idea, no. If we can make it go the way like that did last time, with the sentry going down below to get bar, that would be a perfect time for Pat and Gills to, and someone else to go back towards the shitter. Not only Pat and Gills, not only.
Yeah, I'll make sure they do their job.
But I think maybe Athelbald needs a small rest before we do it.
Athelbald I am pissed off.
Yeah. Your net is gone.
Net is gone. I'm wet.
And you killed no one today.
Sea serpent. Yeah, no one is dead. Not a day.
But you didn't take too much damage to strength, did you? Or
No, I didn't.
no? It's just one at least. So we.
It's like my mental state is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have time until the assault that we planned, I guess.
You have
Or
one
the
more.
distraction.
Yeah, we have one quarter day.
Yeah, you have
Yeah, 1 quarter day
the evening. You have between 6 and it is now between 6 and midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Derlan walks up to Archibald and kind of pats him on the shoulder and goes, "Don't worry, I'll add fishing net to your list of to the wish list for you down the road."
Nice.
Maybe. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
My mother gave me that net.
Yeah.
But I also think we are running a little bit low on food.
So
And guilds, they have nothing. And
Skaar thinks about it and says, okay, I shall go hunt while Athelbald recovers.
And,
At least one of us knows how to hunt or secure food.
Mm-hmm.
Derlan thanks Skaar and says, if you can find food, I can turn it into a lot of sustenance for everyone here. I can stretch it pretty far. And also I've got a little trick up my sleeve, and I pat Romeo the donkey, and I lift up the there's a barrel there with 10 units of water. So water, I've got us,
Nice.
everyone, if we need it.
Sweet.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
So Skaar doesn't say anything, but he's surprised that Derlan is more than just talk. That he has supplies and things that's ready, but he doesn't say anything.
okay.
And he heads out to hunt.
So,
Sorry, I think I cut someone off.
So you would go hunting at evening, yeah? Right now, Skaar.
Yes.
On your own?
Yes.
Yep.
With Bonja. But yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
You
So
want to take the other hunters with you?
if
other
with
goblin?
Oh, yeah, I could.
with Bonjo, it's +1 die. With 2 more hunters, it's +2 dice. So you have the maximum advantage of +3 dice on your survival roll. I just wanted on the side note, you can roll your you can make your roll. But I wanted to add something to just Ed. That wasn't fair. I should have given you a plus. I think at least a +1 or a +2 on your survival because you were on. It was the perfect spot for fishing, and I should have taken that into account. So if you go fishing and it's
fine.
You know, well. So yeah, Vishal, you can make that roll. What are the others doing during that evening?
So our Derlan is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to, if I'm just kind of waiting around while he's hunting, but potentially to cook some food. And in the meantime, I noticed that I don't have any torches. Is that something I would be able to craft? Because it says it needs a knife and wood, and we're in the woods. Is that like pretty easy to find that to do a craft?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will try to craft some torches.
Okay. Well, go for. Alors, attends. I just want before you do that. It's too many things happening at once.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but just keep that in mind. Athelbald, you rolled for food and water, did you?
Yeah.
Alors,
Yeah,
there is one thing with the GM. Always just say to the table, it's to the table, it's not even to the GM. I roll this because, or I do that, then I want to roll. Don't just roll and then, just expect people to imagine for you what's happening, Don't let the dice do things without reasons, without explaining. I can't. Yeah.
Sure. I was going to, but there was other people talking, so I want to interrupt them. But yeah, fair enough. I'll say it before I roll.
But it's nice. But sometimes I try to keep track of everything when I shouldn't. Maybe I can trust you there, but I wasn't sure what's going on. So it's dusk. We have the halfling Derlan crafting some torches. 3 goblins went hunting. Athelbald will we'll see. You rest. And sorcerer Gallivan. What do you do, Gallivan?
Well, I think it depends a little bit. If we do like an assault at night, will I become sleepy beforehand, or will I could I sleep in the morning afterwards?
Oh, that's a good question.
I just want to know.
I think
when
you'll be sleepy at dawn. You'll be sleepy at dawn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then Gallivan would like to. I guess he would like to. He sees that his food supply has been dwindling, and he wants to contribute that way as well. So he wants to go forage if it's possible.
Okay. It's gonna be pretty dark, but there is I guess you see those how do you call those those little flies that make light?
Fireflies.
Fireflies.
Yeah. You see those fireflies, and they're related to a tree. You know that near that tree there is that corky mushroom that grows, and usually where there are fireflies, you can find that edible mushroom that needs to be cooked for a long time. But if you are lucky, you may find some of it. So you two can roll for survival. So let's have the goblins first go on hunting. What do you go hunt for at night? Goblins.
Game like rabbit, deer.
You have night
birds.
vision.
No. Yes.
Yeah, you don't give a shit. Okay, let's go. Yeah. I think awesome. they are rodents. I think it's the shift. It's between it's early evening, and loads of smaller game are trying to reach home safely. You're roaming, skulking your way in the woods, ready to shoot arrow at anything. Survival +3, and no negative because of the night. You have night vision. Did you roll already?
Rolling now.
Okay.
Nice.
2 successes. Okay. Well, there is a whole family of rabbits going home now. Maybe they are exiled or something. It's late. There are I think 8 younger ones and 2 adult rabbits trying to look for a new life somewhere. And they go in a hurry between the tree trunks and the rocks of this pine forest. Roll for marksmanship.
So Skaar will try. Yeah, Skaar will try to aim for the largest one.
Sure. The same. Your 2 pals. Hey.
Yeah, so is it the +3 modifier again?
Yep. No. That's gonna be a +2. Yeah. As they shoot with you, along with you, and you make 1 roll for the group.
Nice. Success is a success.
So that's how many? 1?
1 success.
Okay, you get 1 rabbit. Enough for 1 unit of. It's not cooked food. What it's gonna be? Meat. 1 unit of meat.
I think he gets 2 meat, right? On the table, at least, from the rabbit. 2 meat and 1 pelt.
Correct.
Yeah. 2 meat,
yes.
1 pelt.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Oh, there was a +1 difficulty for shooting at a rabbit. Well, there were 3 of you.
I think it's a +1 dice, actually. He gets 1 more.
Oh.
Dice.
Oh, it's easier.
To shoot.
Yeah, roll an extra die.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be a D6, right?
You got what you were looking for. Let's see if you hit more. Nah, you're good.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Okay, you got your 2 meat and 1 pelt.
So where should I add the meat and the pelt?
I think that should be somewhere in items, core game, possibly gear.
I think it's raw materials, maybe. Pelt, meat, yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Because the meat can only be, I think, ingested today, or it goes bad.
Yeah.
Like if you just eat it raw, or I can cook it, and then then it can go to our food dice.
Yeah, I'll probably just hand it over to Derlan once I'm back.
Yeah,
the pelt, I think.
If there's 2, above table, you can keep 1 and just eat it raw, and that means you don't have to roll anything. I only need 1 unit of anything to go nuts on the kitchen. I don't think more units lets me do anything.
Oh, so okay. Yeah.
So you back to camp. proudly with a rabbit. Everyone has joined again. There's this little fire going. Derlan is cooking tonight. The moon is up again.
Yeah.
Should I roll for the forage first? Or
Yeah. Yes. You went forage, looking for those mushrooms, following the fireflies. Because it's dark. That's -2, isn't it?
okay.
Darkness -2. Yeah. And you have no means of. You don't have a torch or a lamp.
I do have a torch.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but then no -2.
I will roll a straight survival.
Yes.
And also a torch. Also a torch, I guess.
Yes.
Torch roll. All right. Ooh. I'm looking around, trying to. I see that it's getting dark, and I bend over, like I try to really look around, but it's starting to get to me a little bit. It's starting to get to me, like, why I'm not finding any mushrooms. Ooh.
Yeah, you go. Your torch scares a flock of fireflies. It's nearly shunned by a burst of wind, but you protect it with your hood, and the fireflies fly away, and they all gather in the hole of a tree. A big pine tree, gnarly and stuff and all, and right above what you were looking for, you see those shapes as they profile themselves as you approach that bow, that trunk. You've got what you're looking for. So you have one unit of vegetables, official vegetables.
Yeah. I also, when I get back to camp, I hand it over to Derlan and see if he can make some food out of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the chef talent is it's automatic, isn't it?
Yes, and so Derlan will bring over Romeo again, and on Romeo's other flank, he's got this big kind of crate, and Derlan will take it down, and it's a field kitchen that he'll start to break out, and it's got little pots and pans, and throw a bunch of stuff on the fire, and then we'll roll 2d6 for food. So I believe we have 2 rations or 2 pieces of meat from Skaar and 1 vegetable, and I actually only need 1 of those, so I'll take the 1, and then the other 2 can just kind of eat for free tonight. But I will roll 2d6.
Isn't it?
No,
I'm
you don't.
Sorry,
You don't need
I'm
to
not reading
roll.
it wrong.
You don't need to roll. You can turn up to d6 units of vegetable into food. So
Yeah, so that's the chef, and then I have the field kitchen, which lets you do 2d6.
okay. But 2d6 will be a minimum of 1, and you have 2 units of total. You have 1 unit of
you can
meat,
do it for every unit.
1 unit of meat, and 1 unit of vegetable.
Okay.
So you cannot turn less than what you have. Is that it? Am I reading that correctly?
It's if I understand it correctly, you roll a d6 to see how much vegetable, meat, or fish that you turn into food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I only need 1 unit of raw food to roll a d6, I believe.
No, I think you can turn. You can turn like the vegetable. If you roll a enough on the d6, you can turn all 3 units into like a food dice.
Yeah.
Into 3
That's
food dice.
Yeah, 3 food dice.
It's 1 per 1. 1 for 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is 1 for 1, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so that would be for the 3 units. That would be 3 d6s.
No,
No, you
roll.
you have to roll to see if you roll to see if you manage to make food of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled with the field kitchen. I rolled 2d6, so I have a 4.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
means
So that means that with the 4, you could have turned up to 4 units of
Gotcha,
of,
but I
raw,
have
of
3.
raw meat into food. Yeah. But because
Okay, so
you
I turned the 3.
that's it. You turn the 3, no problem. So that's 3 resource
Okay,
dice
so-
of food, which isn't bad at all.
And I would give a resource dice to each of my 3 companions, and then I would exclude our 2 fumbling companions, Gil and Pat,
Okay.
and they can kind of fend for themselves. And then one question just above table, the barrel of water I have, it says there's 10 units of water. Is that just like, do I have to track that, or is that
Yeah.
unit dice kind of like the food?
Yeah. It's a unit is
10 dice.
one resource die.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to give water,
so if-
you give it per unit, and that they upgrade their tracker. Yeah, their resource
Great.
dice.
Okay. So then that is enough for all of us to add 2, because I think we would max out. Everybody's at D8 for water.
The max is D12.
Yeah, D12 is the max.
Okay. So then I would give out 8 units between all of us to get us all to D12 water.
Yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
And then there's-
Ma-
and then
magic. No,
Plenty of
you
water.
And then there's 2 more left in the barrel.
Nice. Because it's in at least the way it's written, it's better to have max in any resource dice.
Yeah. And then
For sure.
we ultimately have to keep those 2 dudes alive, right?
Yeah.
I'll give a unit of water to each of them because they have no die right now,
Oh,
right?
okay. Okay, I take note of that. Okay. So they have D6 water each.
And now my water barrel is empty, but that was
And did
That was my
the
big one.
food unit go up as well? I believe you said
for each of you. Yeah, I gave each
Yeah,
of
one
you
more
an extra
die.
food die.
Ah,
So if
okay.
you were a D6, you go to a D8. If you're a D8, you go to a D10.
Nice.
Woo! Now we're talking, guys.
So
Derlan,
our
you are a good chef. This is good stuff.
This is good stuff. Now we can besiege them. Now we have.
I spin my spatula like somebody would with a knife, and then I sheath it down in my.
so
Yeah.
Skaar is thoroughly impressed with what Derlan has done. So he offers the pelt that he got off the hunted rabbit to Derlan as a token of appreciation.
Thank you. I take this and I will craft this into something for all of us.
Nice.
Thank you,
Alright.
Derlan.
So, midnight approaches. You guys take your time. I think even with the atmosphere, I feel now that some of you are letting their attention fly. You know, like you're sharing food and your stories of hunting and fireflies and whatnot. And time passes like that. But midnight is upon you, and the moon is high, and
Oh boy, that's a bad thing.
the wind is it came to a standstill. Like everything is very quiet tonight. You can't really figure out if there is a sentry up the tower at this moment. You can perceive some light inside. You don't hear anything specific, at least from that distance. Nothing as clear. Like doesn't look like there's a party going on tonight.
One's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to.
So the plan is.
We'll close
let's make sure I understand
the
the plan.
session after. We'll close the session today on where each of you is heading, who is doing what, and we'll let you, engage on those paths, but leave that open. And when we come back, you guys will be clearly headed for something.
Cool.
Okay.
So who is doing what?
All right. I think the goblins are supposed to go in there and set fire in the basement, right? Isn't that their job?
No, so the goblins will be going with Athelbald and Gallivan. Skaar and Bonejaw will be going with Pad and Gills to set the fire.
Yeah, and we will take Derlan and the goblins. Derlan will lead the conversation of distraction / conversation, trying to make them understand that they have no other choice but to hand over the stuff that is rightfully ours.
The goblins will be the intimidation or leverage to say that we have more on our side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. At least everybody cool with that.
Yeah, I think
That sounds good. And then when we see smoke, we can do something. We can maybe try to bash the front door down or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like it.
All right.
Well, that was good.
Experience.
That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Good time.
Yep.
Yeah, good times. Alors, XPs.
Where
are we? Have you participated? Yes, you have 1 XP for that. Did you travel 1 hex, new hex? No. Did you discover a new adventure site? Yes, as players you did. I mean, it's everything is new today. So yes. Did you defeat 1 or more monster? No. Did you find a treasure? No. Build a function in your stronghold? Someday maybe. Activate your pride? Nothing. Dark secret? No. Risk your life for another PC? No. Perform an extraordinary action? No. This is tough, but it's only 2 XP for you guys today. And +1 because it's session 1. Allez. +1 for free because I'm happy.
So 3 XP?
Yeah, 3 XPs.
Nice.
3.
Ooh.
Where does the XP go? Is that on the character sheet?
Oh,
never mind. I see it. It took me 2 seconds.
Yep. Yeah, right on the front page. Experience.
Yeah. Right in front of me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is like your stat number 1 kind of.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so it's already enough to buy a new talent.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
Yep.
That's right. Cool. Thank you very much. I think we're onto something here. It feels good. I'm impressed by the group. I think everyone is kind of like well aware of your roles and the space. There is it's dynamic and respectful, and I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, next week, same time, same place, of course.
All right, cool.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Good night. And
Bye-bye.
good day.
Night.